how long you think it's gonna take to blow
Oh,
warm gas through a tube?
yep. It's that time. Good. Oh, what's going on, y'all? We were sitting in the background waiting for this thing to initialize. Good Lord. Sorry about that show.
Nah, that's cool. But ultimately, like I said, they was like, "You gonna do this?" And I'm like, "No, you don't know me."
So how long did you actually stay there?
Um, longer than I should.
Oh my Lord.
Not saying it like that. Saying it more to the fact that whereas if they wouldn't have said nothing to me, I probably would have just worked. I'd have made my schedule work, so it would have benefited them.
Got it.
But because you told me what I was gonna do,
Mm,
I just made my schedule work the way it's officially supposed to work, and y'all had to pay me an extra 2 days.
that's crazy, bro. What?
So,
Mr. Million Three, dog. What happened to the car, man? Golly.
something
I
happened to the
would
car?
have called you, but you don't answer your phone. You send me straight to voicemail. I don't know what's going on with that.
What happened to the car?
Man, it was bleeding. It was leaking. The reel that he dropped on it, or the short, it was hilarious, but it was sad at the same time. You don't want to see him hurt. The car hurt, but he dropped a funny reel. That thing was hilarious. You told your dumb butt to break. Oh my Lord. Man, the shop installed a talk converter. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. What? Dang, bro. Did it do any additional damage or God, that sucks. Well, no, it rolled up. It went up the back of that truck, that hauler on its own power. So I guess it's not horrible, but it's still not good. Good Lord. That's the part that really sucks when you pay somebody to do that. Man, you the resident. Between you and AB, y'all the resident mechanics, man. Y'all can't be paying people to do y'all work.
Yeah, y'all lost them rights.
Y'all the ones, man.
Y'all are officially DIY.
Yes, indeed. You can't be paying nobody to
Like
do that, man.
what was Tim Allen name on Home Improvement?
Yeah. Uh, I can't even remember. His name was Tim.
Was it?
I think
Okay.
so. This man, I
Tim
was
the Two
lucky.
Man Taylor. That's a
Tim the Two Man Taylor.
y'all officially Tim Taylor. Do it
Yep.
yourself.
He said, "Wait." You see, I was lucky to catch it when it started leaking. Oh man, I was able to smell it and saw smoke from the hitting the headers. This is ridiculous, man. Didn't drive it 20 feet where I started leaking. Oh my God. I'm
Wouldn't
glad
have
you
been
caught
me.
it. That's the win. You caught it. That could be a nightmare, man. That could have been bad if you was way out there. If you was on 12, it'd have been an issue.
Hmm.
Sheesh. Another disaster on 12. No, no, no. Man, how was your visit with Ray, bro?
Man, we had a good time.
God dog it.
it was nonstop laughter and enjoyment for me.
There you go.
They probably was ready for me to go though.
Yes, indeed.
I don't think he
Yeah,
thought I was gonna stay as long as I did, but I had a good time with Ray.
that's good. He told me, man, y'all went out in that thing and hit them corners. I was like, man, I'm telling him how impressed I was with that thing. He said, bro, I was impressed. He said that thing hit some corners. I didn't even expect
Yeah, he was like, you gonna slow down? I was like, no, we got this.
that. From what they said, everything is fine. It was a bushing that needed to be replaced, and that's all. Next week, that's good, man. Whoo, whoo. Yeah, there you go. Get something to play with the other thing. Oh my goodness, that's good, man. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. That could have been bad. My goodness. Sheesh.
I was talking with Sean earlier, man.
Yeah.
Bouncing some ideas off of him.
Music
Hmm?
on music.
No, on the truck. You know, you've been occupied, so I had to just check my other friends out. So I ain't.
Hey man, that's a blessing. You got other
I'm like,
bruh. We got a few people we can bounce ideas off of. That's a blessing.
man,
That's
I
a
got some
blessing.
ideas I need to get out to somebody.
Yeah. Like he ain't answer. He ain't answer. Let me hit this one up.
But I'm like, look, Sean, you know, I need somebody who can understand the card game from all angles and tell me if I'm trying to do too much or not enough.
It's all with the range.
Yeah.
I don't
Which is
think
funny because I'm
I
still
really
like
don't think
2
you
days
could
to
go
get
too
rid of it.
I don't think you'll go too far with the range. That's the interesting part.
And
I
that's the
think
thing. So like I told Ray, and I put Ray in it, and he kind of understands it now because he's kind of like you. I get it now. I'm like,
nasty.
out of everything I've owned, I enjoy this the most.
That's telling.
But it's just not what you know. One, everybody think I should be in, and then two,
Man, I wouldn't worry about
it's
everybody else.
just. But here's the thing, like, and then two, it's just like I know myself. Like when the summer hit, I'm going to do something else.
And that's
But
fair.
I can be honest with you. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's fair.
Mhm.
But I can be honest with you is I drive this car more than I drove any car I own. I don't think I touched any other car in the house as I had it.
What?
Yeah. And you know I
I
get free
mean,
gas.
oh. What?
I haven't touched any other car in the house as I had it.
Listen, I get it. Especially when it's checking so many blocks. I get it.
Like
You're not
I
the
had
real
Ray here with
argument with me on that.
the massagers going and heated seats, and
Yes,
we flying down
sir.
the back roads. We flying down
Yes,
the back road. He's like, "Go,
sir.
I'm like, no, we got this."
I'm
He's
all
like,
over
"So
that.
he's like, I didn't expect it to be this quick." I said, "That's the whole thing. Nobody does." I said, "You should hear how many people tell me it's not a performance SUV." I'm like, "Okay." I'm
The
like,
part
"But
that got
you
me,
must
man,
want."
was him telling me how it was cornering. And when you think about it, you're talking a vehicle that can climb up rocks and do all that
Exactly.
craziness, and it's cornering. I'm like, man, that's impressive.
It's cornering. It's
Usually, you get one or
slinging
the
this.
other. I know one thing: that BMW ain't crawling no rocks.
Look, and it's slinging this 5,800 pounds like it's 3,200.
That's crazy.
That's the thing about it. Like, people like, "Oh, it's heavy." There's nothing fast about a 6,000 pound SUV. I said, "You ain't drove this one." And I said that's why I had to get it because I was like you. I see it come. I haven't seen no real reviews of anybody that owns one. You see, oh, I hopped in the car today. Let me tell you why it's a nice vehicle. And then some people like, man, this is amazing, but are you really gonna drive it like this? And that's what I was telling Ray. I don't really drive it like that because I'm cruising with it 85% of the time. But anytime I'm on the highway, it's like being the vet. You know how like somebody go past you, like, wait, hold on, what you doing?
Come on, get him.
You
Go
go
and get
right.
him. Yeah. You froze? Yeah, he froze.
So
No
at this
connection.
point, trying to find the only thing I can think that would probably be as comparable to this, and you're gonna hear the same comments, is a S65 coupe.
AMG.
And you're gonna have the people tell you, yep, and you're gonna have people tell you,
Ray in the
but there ain't no
building.
sports car.
What up, Ray?
What's going on?
What's going on,
What's
Ray?
good, brother? Mr. Doran. Hey man, I gotta catch up with you. I talked to Cliff before I went on little mini vacation or went home for holidays. He told me that you guys collected something. Hold on to that. I'm gonna hit you up and talk about what my plans are because I still want to do a separate official fundraiser. I'm just trying to put it together, but I do appreciate all what you've done so far. We still gonna make that work. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Very humbly appreciate you. He said, "Are you guys driving fast again?" All the time. I don't think there is a. Yep. He told me. I appreciate it, man. That's gonna go. That's gonna go very well, man. Somebody's gonna really use that. We gonna actually get the things that they need, and then hand it off to them. So hold on to that for me, and we'll get it together. Driving fast. That's an understatement, sir. You've seen me in action. Will do. I shall. I shall. I shall. I really do appreciate you though. Good guys, man. He's a good guy. Yeah, and here's a crazy part. You say, "Are we driving fast?" I mean, the last time we got a chance to get out there and get it, we was in the SUVs, and Cliff and I were in SUVs, and everybody else was in cars. Man, that thing! Oh my god, it was just so much fun. It just went out there and get it. We all are blessed. We are, man. I really, you got to know it. Like just to have this stuff that we sometimes take for granted. I mean, show
Yeah.
up there in this big body limousine, you know, with massager seats. He just wave his hands and his sunroof open up. I'm just saying, um, we are blessed. We are absolutely blessed, man. Ray keep a garage full of cars. We are blessed.
And you know what's funny?
Blessed.
Like I have straight, and then see, I forgot about that. And I was talking to Ray and it did. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because we when we was on the live the last time we talked, I said, man, we forgot to talk about that sunroof. Like he just waved his hand, that roof go, yeah. I'm like, what the world? We just say, enjoy the rest of y'all talk. I'll stick around a bit. I'll talk back.
I,
Got you. Nope.
I just need a, I just need a, I need a nice day so I can
Nothing
actually
to
shoot a
say
video
bad
on this
about
thing.
you. What you saying?
I just need a nice day so I can really shoot a video on this thing.
Me too. I want to. If I get a halfway decent, what the weather looking like tomorrow? Because I really want to finish my 1 year review, which is now 1 year and 2 months. Um, I really want to finish that 1 year review of the truck, and I don't have those sound clips that I really want to get. I was talking to AB about it. I'm thinking about just running the clips and doing voiceover. It'll
Yeah.
show the car in action, not necessarily hearing it, which I'm not crazy about, but it'll still allow me to put the video out. I hate sitting on content. I still got 2 videos I haven't put out. One is just I gotta
I,
gather content from 3 different sources. The other one is just it's 2 different sources, but it's a much easier video to do. Is the review video.
Yeah, and you still never posted up the video of when all of us went up to Wisconsin either.
I know that one's got on. It's three different sources I got to pull for that one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put something
and
together for that one. It might be just
that's
music and just us
that's
riding,
what makes me
man.
stop. That's
I'm
what makes
sorry.
me stop using multiple recording things. I'm like, I have to pull from too many different devices, and
It's
that makes it longer.
yeah, it does, but it makes it the editing it becomes a challenge. That's where the challenge
Yes,
hit. Um,
correct.
and then you trying to fit. It's when you shooting from one device. I have an idea what every article is, every snippet is, and in what order I want it. I know what's out of
Yep,
order. I need to move around. I have it's all in the back of my head. But when you're doing that times three, it started to get confusing. Now I gotta really just set everything before me and say, okay, this got to go here, and remember not to leave something out because I have an idea, but then if man, because it's not written down, I can lose that thought and fool around, leave something out. And the part
yep,
about that video now is there's so many different things that need to be put together. I have to look at everything. I have to review everything before I put it together. That's it's gonna take forever to do that video.
I can't wait for the summer to play around with those Meta AI glasses and all that stuff. Been having fun with it just on little drives here and there.
Those glasses are awesome. I mean, they're simple enough, but they still give you. There's still a lot that you can get out of those glasses,
I'm still
especially getting
impressed.
out.
I'm impressed with the picture quality.
Yeah, the quality is through the roof. The quality is still
Nope.
through the roof.
A couple of those when I was going through the mountains there in Tennessee and Kentucky, you would never guess it was foggy as all could be too.
Those glasses are nice, man. I'm telling you, those glasses are nice. Anybody looking to get them, it's a great purchase. Talking about the Meta glasses, especially for first person driving. You're doing anything with your hands. If you're a DIYer, or you just want to wear them and take random pictures or video, great glasses, man.
I can't wait to see
Not
the
getting
outcome at the track.
a nice route. Twisty turn is really not fast. We take it with the ladies. When was this? Did an overnight drive. That's not bad. That's kind of cool.
yeah.
I'll be leery about
Long as
deer, but that's about
I
it.
was as long as you don't hit a deer.
I'll be leery about deer,
Good.
but that sounds like it'll be a lot of fun, man. Man.
You know, he's got to watch out for deer more out here by me now.
Oh,
That
in
way,
October.
show the route we went and all that with the ride. And
Yeah.
that area is loaded with deer at night.
Well, I took
Oh, well, y'all
my
went.
family back down. I just drove 64 all the way back.
Gotcha. That sounds like fun, man. I like that. I like that. That was in October, so the weather was still decent. Drive over during the daytime, spend the night, and then drive back. That sounds like a blast. So I can get my wife out to do that. Yeah, and I heard you say it was a slow drive because she would not. If it was like anything that we did when we went out west there, Dorian, yeah, my wife wouldn't be in the car. No way. She'd have jumped out a long time ago. Or I'd have fell way behind. Nothing like that. Left in the building. What's going on, Lefty? We were
What's
hauling
up,
in.
Lefty?
I think that's the hardest I pushed that vet.
Yeah, Holly really stopped riding with me after a couple stunts I pulled with her in the car in the Hellcat.
Yeah, I get a lecture before
She
she
got
get
in
it.
the vet. She was in the vet once. The blue Camaro, she was in only one time because she didn't like the way the car shook at idle because of the cam and all that. So that was a one and only.
Yeah. I got some decent shots, and I think she would have loved that too. When we went out, Cliff and the guys, um, in Wisconsin, the leaves were changing. There was some nice little twisty turnies. We weren't always too aggressive, but man, it was really beautiful. it's just beautiful out there, man. There's times I forgot to film because I was just taking it all in. Kept it slow for the while. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah. Yeah, because it'd be one and done with my wife. She's like, I'm never going back to do this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Believe it, my wife drives when we go out of town. And she drives fast. I believe it. Does she like to ride fast, or is she one of those people? When she's driving, she good. If somebody else is driving fast, she like, nope, you gotta slow this down. Man, I know those types. Just saying. She's not a racer. Okay. I know those types. Some people just, it's almost like, because they're in control, they trust their driving, they don't trust nobody else driving fast. Man.
And sometimes I don't even trust my own driving sometimes. But I did that day coming back from House on the Rocks with the Jaguar and Tesla.
Oh, that was a drive right there. Man, that was fun. That was a good drive. We definitely got to do that again.
Yeah, that was the best 2 tanks of gas I ever went through in a day in a car.
It's real easy to burn through it doing those, man, especially all the way out there. That was a haul. It was a good drive, though.
And go figure, when we split, you had a nice, easy way home. I ended up having to sit in traffic because of police barricades and stuff. I should have just followed you.
I was real good, man. I was able to, what do you say? I was glad you enjoyed that drive with us. That 55 was doing just well on there. Yeah, listen, that thing was doing awesome on this turn. I had to be careful not to gas it too much coming out of those turns, because that thing, it'll cut those tires out. If I'm cruising through those curves, I'm good, man. As soon as I try to do anything with that pedal, a supercharger like to get them tires nice and spicy, man. That thing want to be sideways. So there's a lot of times that's why I tell people about the Grand Sport being the better of the two, because you can drive it a little bit harder and not have to worry about driving so much to stay in control. Listen, man, it was amazing drive. That was a killer drive. Especially, it was not just left and right, man. It was ups and downs, like getting air. One thing I didn't do was bottom. That car floats and it lands soft when we get air. So that's what I really do like about it. Having everything covered down, it floats. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Let me go grab my book bag out this place. I'm right back.
All right, man. Oh my God, that was such a good drive, man. That was a good drive. Next time you got to come on that one, Ray.
Which one?
Minus the Groove. What did I get for Christmas? Man, I got tools. I wanted to. So most of my tools, let me just say this. Most of the tools that I have in my toolbox, they're scattered. It's a little bit of everything. It's stuff that I've accumulated for years. So I was picking out everything I wanted. I'm like, I need to get sets. I need to have all my sets organized so I need to have better tools. I hate looking for stuff. Especially when it's in a box. I gotta dig through a box to find what I hate it. Drives me nuts. So I got some tools, man. I got a little bit of everything I can possibly use. I think the one thing I forgot to put on the list was Torx. I wanted a Torx set and I forgot it. So I'm gonna still have to get me a Torx set, but I got everything else. Tons of screwdrivers, wrenches, everything, extensions, sockets, you name it, bro. I got a bunch of stuff. And invite me when you guys go back on the road. Oh yeah, we'll do, man. I'll keep you posted. I know after we did a couple of those 2 cruisers, I know Ray got excited about those. Definitely gonna keep you posted and I don't know what Ray gonna take next, so we got to figure that out. But oh yeah, for sure, definitely gonna keep you posted on that. We'll be ready after April 15th. Got you. Sound like a plan. That sounds like a plan. I'd rather do something late spring anyway, just to make sure. Because if we do cruise, we're gonna go up, probably gonna go up north, and in April it's probably early before April. It's still gonna be. You might have snow up there, so you gotta be careful. Or salt on the road. But you're definitely gonna figure something out, though. Absolutely, definitely, will keep you posted.
It'll be interesting to see how the SS four-door sedan handles some of those curves.
Have you taken it out and do any driving like that with the SS?
On some of the back roads I have through here, and on 72 and on Plank with all the S curves, I tried with everything, but since I got the blower put on and everything else, after I floored it at 65 and the back end broke loose.
Really?
I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna attempt, but just staying easy throttle at like 70, 75 through some of them seemed to do a little decent. Back kicked a little bit, but not horribly.
Does it roll a lot?
After the lowering springs being on it now, no.
That's good. That's good. All right, Doran, have a good one, man. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for bringing that information too, man. We'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted. That's the one thing I'll be concerned about. And I forgot that you did the lowering spring, so it does feel flatter when it corners, huh? All now it's just all about tires and throttle management.
Yeah, one of the other guys turned around and gave me a couple ideas to help with all that with front and rear sway bars and.
You got traction control on the SS?
I do, but I had it. I had everything. It was in competition track mode with everything, with traction control taken off, track.
He turned it off. You know how we do.
I think the only time I drove with it on was on the test drive when we went up to the dealer on the test drive.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the only time I've had the traction on the car.
That thing felt real good. That's a nice car, man. That thing rides so nice. Oh my God. How much different does it feel with the tracks with the lowering springs?
I mean, it's a little bit stiffer right here and there, but I mean, before the blower, like going through some of the curves, like through the subdivision, it seemed a lot tighter and firmer. But once the blower, it just wants to slide a lot more.
Yeah.
But when I was doing it, the roads were kind of chilly too. So
gotta be careful because you'll lose that car.
Yeah, and I know,
right, man. Not having that, yeah. You said no wonder your butt was all over the road. Yes, you're no joke.
And I know the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's can hook too. So
yeah, they definitely could hook, but they're not crazy about too cold of weather.
Right.
That's the only problem. When it's too cold, that rubber doesn't respond the same way.
It's still better than the ET Street SS's.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's borderline track tire.
I learned that with the blue Camaro, the Mustang. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I was thinking about pulling the SS out one of the days during the week here before the snow hits. I think tomorrow is supposed to be like 43 and sunny.
That's what I want to do. Look at the weather. I need to, man. I still got to clean that vet, man. I'm borderline going to just do a waterless wash. Oh, it's beautiful tomorrow. It looks like it. 41 degrees. Hopefully all that ice melts in the driveway. If I can get that thing out, that'd be awesome. So I go take it and wash it real quick. Let me see, because it's supposed to be sunny and supposed to be nice out.
Yeah, we only got a little bit of snow left here and there in the grass. That's it. I was almost gonna pull out the power washer and wash the Beamer because Haven't washed that thing in like a month.
Shakes when it's cold. I tell people all the time on the cold tires, man. You got to be careful on cold tires. One thing I know, especially with that vet, them cold tires, it feels like the tires that's on there now, those Continentals, they feel a little bit better than the what's the other ones I had on there, the Michelin's. Those Continentals feel a little bit better, although it's still a summer tire. They felt a little bit better. They actually performed a little bit better in colder weather than the Michelin's. Like the rubber didn't harden up as much as the Michelin's. Like those Michelin's, 40 degrees, it felt like I was riding on ice, like for real. I couldn't do nothing on the pedal without that thing spinning. I put it in snow mode and it weather, what's it called? Weather mode, where it's supposed to cut back on the power. It'll still be all over the place.
Yeah, those modes don't work.
I know. Supposed to be, man. Good night, Doran. Supposed to be hibernating, but I haven't had a chance to clean them. That was the biggest problem that I had. So my headache is that I haven't had a chance to wash my car. And I want to give it a really good wash, not just spray it and wipe it down.
Well, bring it over tomorrow. Got the power washer, the foam cannon.
Too far.
Run a trailer.
Encounter. Not in that thing, man.
Run a trailer.
I know what I would encounter. I'd rather go 7 minutes up the road and knock that wash out than driving that far, because that drive back home, my car is going to be dirty.
Not if you trailer.
It'll be filled. It's going to get dirty. It's going to get some of that kickback coming that 7 miles home on the back of it. Coming from your house, I'm going to have to clean my tips again.
How if you have an enclosed trailer?
What?
Get an enclosed trailer. Just saying.
Oh, man, that would be nice. I got to tell you. That would be nice. Joe, nobody in the building. You said, did that check engine light stay on, show?
Huh?
Joe, nobody asked, did that check engine light stay off?
Yeah.
Talking about your last video.
Yeah.
Well, not the last one, the one before that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I had to think like something about. Yeah. We are theoretically 1,800 miles later.
See, this is why I hate sitting on video. You are the example of why you don't sit on videos.
Well, here's the thing with that video, right? Because me and you've talked.
Yeah.
The thing with that video is I shot that video before I went out of town to SEMA.
Okay.
Right? Not the video I released, but the actual video when it was happening.
Right.
And then because of all the footage I shot at SEMA and so forth, and the switching of the disc and flash drives, I lost some footage, and part of the other footage was on that flash drive that wiped itself out while I was working.
Oh my God, man.
So I had to go back and recreate the video because I wanted to share the experience, but I had none of the actual footage from that day. You got me? So it took me, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it took me about maybe a week to even figure out how I want to reshoot it with the fact of not having nothing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, my goodness. So now you got to be creative.
Now you got to be creative.
Together.
Because, like, the actual footage was me showing the check engine light on, the miles that was on the car, driving, showing truck plugging the scanner in, pulling up the actual codes. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I had all that. And then him showing how, like, because the thing that I liked about his, which me and you talked about, and I guess I'm going to go into maybe another later video, but the thing I liked about, the thing that you got to understand is every mechanic isn't the same.
True.
And that made, and that
challenge is the same way.
that experience made me realize that, because being a mechanic at any dealership is not so much what you know. You have to invest into yourself. And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't invest into their own equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So what Chuck was able to pull up and do with his scanner was far more advanced than what the guy at the dealership was doing with his, because he didn't have that up to date technology.
Yeah.
And the stuff he was using was like cheap.
Oh
And I'm not
man.
saying like, meaning like, I'm not saying like cheap, but it's like he had a $1,200 or $1,500 scanner. Chuck sit on a $3,000 scanner. Chuck can isolate certain things. He can't isolate things. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So he got to do extra tests to isolate stuff. So when they sitting there trying to tell me that, well, we had to do this, this, and this, I'm like, why? Like, we did this on this. I knew what that was before you even did that. Well,
X.
we can't trust your troubleshooting. I'm like, well, you want me to pay for you not investing in yourself and taking longer to get to the same conclusion I got to in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it took you 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, I couldn't show none of that backside of the story.
Is it all
So I
gone?
literally had to say, like, this is what happened. This is what we did. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to recap it.
Yeah, that's funny because I was sitting there listening. When I was looking at the video, I'm like, you made that statement about how you was like talking to Chuck about just go ahead on and knock it out. Chuck was like, man, you got warranty. Just take it to the dealership. Why do why you let me do it? I'm like, I thought you had some footage on all that. I thought you filmed some of that stuff.
I did, and that's what I'm saying. And then the thing about it too, like with Chuck, he was like, it's not the fact we can't do it.
No, but
he
it
was
makes
like, but
sense.
you paid for it.
Yeah, you already paid for it. Yeah.
He's like, you paid for it. Why we gonna go out and buy parts? And
I don't blame him.
you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm just like, see, this part of the reason why I was like, we could get footage if I do it myself. It become more like a DIY. But he's like, we could do it all, but we gonna pay for the part. He's like, dude, take that to this. You got to warn. Let them pay for all that.
You ain't gonna get your little pretty manicure dirty. What you talking about?
Dude,
DIY. It ain't gonna be you. You still let somebody else doing it.
Look, I'm gonna be completely 99.9% honest with you.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna be completely 99.9% honest with you.
Uh-huh.
The problem I have with doing a lot of DIY stuff is I just feel like the times don't outweigh the times don't justify the means.
The time
Meaning,
it takes
like,
you to do the work doesn't justify what you're getting out of it.
The time I'm losing doing the work outweigh, like, the cost I'm saving doing it don't outweigh the cost I pay. I can make just making money while somebody else do it because I know I got to pay it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm like, trying like, oh, it's an oil change. I'm like, dude, I can take this to the dealership, get an oil change for this, and the time they do this, I can. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it just
I mean, unless you actually doing it and making money right off the grip, I get it. Like the oil, I did oil changing that beam was so quick and easy. By the time it takes me to get to the dealership, I'm already finished with the oil change.
Well, yeah, looking from my point of view, I ain't going to the dealership. I'm not going to what you call that place?
Like Jiffy Lube or something like that.
Right, AutoZone. I'm just saying. So I'm ordering the oil, waiting for it to come in. You get me? So I had to sit on the computer, search the oil, order it, pay for it, so forth. Now that's coming in, cost me X, Y, Z. Cost me, I need, let's say, just 10 quarts of oil. So now I ordered that. That's like $100-some bucks. You know what I'm trying to say? Or close to it. And then once that happened, once the oil come in like 2 days later, and it took me like maybe 15, 20 minutes to order it. Then I have to turn back around and go lift it up. Well, technically it's a truck. I ain't got to lift it up, but set the height to the height.
How you making it sound like it's a whole lot of work?
Because here's the thing to me, it's
you
not
doing
the fact
more waiting than anything else. The longest process and all that was waiting for the oil.
Well, here's the thing. It's not the longest process because, see, you making this thing simple.
It is.
It's not. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why it's not.
Why you
so
think
dumb.
they do it in 10 minutes at those shops? It's literally a 10-minute job.
Because
But
no,
never
because they
put
got it
it
down
in
to a
your
science.
body.
They got it down to a science. See, they got like this. They got this hole in the ground they stand in, and they roll this thing up on the bottom. And they let it drain through the hole in the ground.
In the
A little
ground.
track.
That fool said,
I'm just telling you, it's a science. You know, they got this down to a process. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this ain't no process for me. So
No, I get it. I mean,
I'm just telling you now. I gotta lay down there. I gotta lay down and look at the nut and say, is that a 10, 12, or 13? You
over
go
time,
back
you
from
gonna
up
know
under there,
exactly what it
get the
is.
ratchet.
Willie
I'm
Brown.
just look. I ain't been down there. I don't know.
You stupid.
I ain't in the oil head and say I don't know what it is.
You so dumb, dog.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
And look, I take Zeus. Well, the only reason why I take Zeus to the dealership is because I want them to tell me if there's anything else wrong.
And that's the other part I was getting at. So it's like by the time I do all that stuff, I still can't tell you if nothing else wrong. So I'm just like, the cost don't outweigh the means. It's like here's my thing. You said it's a 10-minute job at Jiffy Lube, which is like 15 when I go in there. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, it's probably gonna take me 45 minutes to an hour.
Why so
and
long?
I'm just like,
well, no, you got to
like
think about it. How long it take you to get to Jiffy Lube?
Like I said, 45 minutes to an hour. And the reason why it takes so long, because first I got to get my mind like I'm about to get dirty. So I got to go in there, put the clothes on. I want to go grab my mechanic suit, dress to the part,
Man.
go in there. I got to find my cart that you lay on a roll with your back on the ground to roll up on the truck. I got to roll up on there and look like, which one? Okay, it's this one. What's that? Put my finger on it because you know you got to do the hand measurements. That feel like a 10. Let me get back in there. Do I need an accident wrench? Do I need a ratchet?
Man.
I'm just telling you. This is the process. See, you laughing, but I'm being real with you. And this is why them little minutes take up time. Them little minutes take up time, bro. Look, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to explain to you just like this. Remember when AB was doing that 5-minute job and he dropped that boat?
Yes, I do.
That's why I don't do it. Because he turned that 5-minute job into like a 2-hour job looking for one boat.
Honestly, with the Alpha sitting on jack stands right now, that was supposed to be a 10-minute job. It was supposed to be a quick oil change. That was supposed to be a quick oil change. It turned into all.
And that's what I'm saying.
But that's only because he couldn't get the boat out. And then
all I'm sitting there saying is, man. And again, and here's my thing. If he can't get the boat out, my price don't change. But if I can't get the boat out, my frustration level change. I gotta sit there and go to more tools. I gotta sit there and put my thinking cap on because I don't do this every day.
Oh my God!
So I'm just saying, it's like
how he knew the timing belt need to be changed. How he knew the plugs are bad. Because they ain't gonna be. There's nothing unless a plug is completely out that you're gonna get a light, or it's gonna be running funny. It's gonna run rough.
Or they're just guessing what mileage depending on the car.
True. And that's just a guess. That means they're just trying to get that work out of you. And the timing chain is not gonna be. They about to get some hours out of you on a timing chain.
Yep.
Ain't no way.
But again, like I said,
in the building. What up, baby?
AB in the building. Yep. I was just talking about you, Mr. DIY. You was my reference.
You said, what did I just walk into? Look, you talk about showing his manicure.
So at the end of the day, the point of this conversation was
20 episodes.
I do.
That's a good point. You went to go do an oil changer, AB. It had turned into 20 episodes after just going to do an oil change. That's crazy.
And and I didn't want to make a trilogy.
Oh, he said my frustration went up. Man, I'm just
But all
saying.
I'm gonna say is, I still do some of my own work. Don't get it wrong. I just don't film it like that.
Them tires on and off a car.
I do more than that. I just don't film a lot of it.
What else you do, man? I gotta hear
Cause
that.
you know what? I'm gonna be fully transparent.
All right,
I don't film a lot of. I don't want y'all to see me get frustrated.
All right, go ahead. Oh yeah, oh that's what it is.
Yeah.
You say soon something go wrong. You know what? I gotta
Hey,
tell you, man. I think
I ain't trying to be in the add that out on beats. Beep, 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 beep.
every time I did, well, not every job, but most of the jobs I did actually went smooth. The ones that I absolutely thought would be super, super simple, all went left. Every last one.
Yes.
When I was doing
Every last one
on Zeus, I'm like, man, this is gonna be simple. Let me knock this out real quick. I didn't watch so many videos. I'm about to take
these. Be transparent.
I'm about to get moving. And broke the boat. So I had to extract the boat. What I thought was going to be probably about an hour job became a 2-day job.
Hey, gotta be transparent.
Uh-oh.
I was waiting for that simple plug and play with that exhaust to go south.
On mine?
Yeah. I'm like, he think this shit gonna be simple.
You said something gonna go wrong.
I was waiting for the punchline.
You know, with all the optimism of it going the way it was supposed to go, man, I was praying not to have no check engine light, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, I was like, that's what I thought you would say. I thought you would when he thought I'd scratch your head, like, well, the check engine light came.
No, it did not go on. I was grateful. It's always the real simple ones, man, that always go left. I feel like they
always go left.
I thought I had a kind of with those doggone paddle shift also, but they went. That was an easy job.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I'm like, the paddle shift will be quick. Next thing you know, like, hold on, man, I'll be back. Beep. Well, it didn't have to take this apart.
Yeah. I had to take additional stuff off to get because I thought I sped the snake around.
Oh man!
Official video dropped.
So yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I forgot to tell you about the paddle shifts, AB, man. Got me some magnetic paddle shifters. I'll be clicking. Click, 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 click. Wait, what did Ray do? What did Ray say?
He said be back.
Oh, he gone. He gone. You to be back,
yeah,
man. Just walk away from the camera. You go be back, and I'll be shocked if he come back.
But yeah, man. I'm just like, I was waiting for it to go south.
I've had my share, bro. I've had my share. It's some of the God when I think about it, like I had what went left on the 300, the lowering springs, like the front ones, no problem. But when I got to them back ones, you ever been you ever been in that cramped space and you had to stop a few times just to talk to guides because nothing ain't going the way you want to? And where
yes, sir.
That you got to hold your arms and your hands, they all are cramping, and you just got to lay on the cold concrete and just let me do a whole lot of nothing right now and regroup because this ain't going the way I thought it was going to go. 2 days to put. It took me like maybe not even an hour to do the front springs. When I got to them back springs, I started it. I started it with the same day I was doing the front ones and finished it the next day. Them springs, they got me, man. Nothing went the way it did not go the way it was supposed to go.
Let me tell you like this: putting them side skirts on Zeus, I realized my left hand don't work like my right hand.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I was like, on the basketball court, I can lay up with this thing. But when it comes to peeling tape,
yes,
it don't work like the right hand.
Yes, indeed. Happy New Year, my brother. Happy New Year.
Oh, like I said, man, I was like, look, the cost that cost is cheap. And y'all tell me everything wrong with the car, I'm going to just go that route.
I'm trying to think what else I did. The first mirror caps that I went to put on, oh, Lord, lost them. First mirror caps, the first set of mirror caps I went to put on Yeah, bro. Got them clickety clicks, bro. I love the way. I go straight to those doggone paddle ships now just because of the sound. I love it. Them things are amazing. But sound like a video game. But the first set that I got was the wrong ones, so I had to regroup, and it was all in the video. I'm like, these don't work just because of this, yada yada yada. So I got to get some more. And the second set, they went on perfectly. They went on beautifully. So no complaints, man. No complaints. I talked to God for 15 minutes when the gas starter fell on my forehead. I forgot
Bruh.
about that, Lefty. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Like, Jesus, I don't even know why I decided to try
Listen,
this.
come on.
I knew I was stepping into somebody else's
Come
career
on.
field.
Would you say, I know you got a lesson in this for me somewhere through this process, Father? Help me learn it quickly and move on to the next. Oh my goodness.
Hey, send me the link. I'm gonna jump on the computer.
Okay.
All right.
Send it to your phone. Say I'm gonna send it the same place.
All right.
Yep. Man, when I think about some of the things that went left, oh my goodness. I think that was the biggest thing that went left that was on the vet. Everything else was fairly smooth. I didn't do well, let me think. Because I did lights, I did the rear diffuser. I did the diffuser twice. I did 2 different diffusers on Zeus. What else I do on Zeus? Change wheels around. I did brakes. That was simple. Stage 3, splitter. Nah, I think everything. The only thing went sideways. I did the throttle response controller. The only thing that went sideways on that thing was that doggone X pipe. That's it. That's the only thing that took me for a ride, man. On the 300, it was the springs. Rolling them fenders, man. I had to roll them fenders, man, because the wheels wheels and tires I got was a little bit wider, and after bringing that car down, that fender rolling was a beast. It gave me a workout because the first one that I got and ordered, I swear to you, that thing literally fell apart. I can't even joke about this. That thing fell apart. So I had to order another one to finish the job. I want to say when I was doing Zeus, doing the 300s fenders, it was off season, if I'm not mistaken, because I did a lot of my work on that car off season. Like I had the whole front end off that car. Man, I was doing so much to that car when I was just getting everything right. The grill, redoing the grill, plastic dipping the grill, doing them tips, everything. I was doing all kind of stuff. I actually ran across some of them old videos as I was cleaning off this drive, man. When I tell you, man, I was putting in some work on that thing, man. Good Lord. Hope I'm sending this through the right one. Miss some comments. Having a correct tool. And you know what? And I think this is why I have all the tools I have. Because I will find myself when I'm doing a new job. I don't mind doing a new job and getting my hands dirty. But when I do it, I love being able to go buy me a new tool. I don't have a problem with it. But I ended up with 2 of those doggone fender rollers. I still got one of them. I threw that other one straight in the trash. That thing was garbage. It sucked. And another car to drive. Yep, at the time I had Liberty. And God, that was a lot of work, man. If y'all want to see some work, I was literally, like I said, I was going through old videos trying to clean off this drive. Man, I put in some work on that Jeep. I put a lot of work in on that Jeep. If y'all look at them videos, man, I thinking about it now, when I look at the video, it brought me back. I did a lot of work to that Jeep. That was crazy. It was the perfect time during the pandemic. I ain't had nowhere to go. So it worked out. But man, I put a lot of work in on that Jeep. Gee whiz, man. That's crazy. My goodness. All right, let me get this to show. Let me just send it to the group again. Been up since 10 p.m. yesterday working since 6 a.m. Man, this dude, they need to get some rest. This brother be pushing himself too hard. Send it to the group again. Paste, send. Yeah, I hung doors on Zeus. I had to change the door on that, not Zeus, on Liberty. Changed doors on that thing, a door on it. I did a lot of stuff to that car. That Jeep got a lot of work. Radio, rear camera, front camera. I made fender flares for that thing. Cut the bumper, made a bumper fit. That truck was touched. I lifted that truck. Man, I did so much to that doggone thing. Maybe. I don't know. I would love to have that thing for a long time, but the reality that I face sometimes is that, man, I don't know, man. I would say I would like to. The BMW made me see things a little bit different. Zeus is amazing, and I really do love that BMW. I love them both, but man, he's amazing only in the summer. That's the biggest challenge I have. Only in the summer, which is not the worst thing in the world because hey, it's okay to put things away. My only thing is I get curious about other cars. Me personally, what I would want to do, I'm trying to be patient with my process as we go through this trading journey. Because I know this year is a year for me of I gotta it's almost like recovery. So my goal is to knock out everything that's hanging out. So I need to get rid of all the stuff that's just floating. Once those things are done, then I can have a little bit more fun. So I don't anticipate being able to do anything that I really, really want to do until next season. Not the season coming, but the one after that in 2027. So for right now, I don't think that, Zeus ain't going nowhere, but I don't know. It can always something else out there, man. Especially when I start thinking about scratching that itch.
Gone.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been thinking, like, so I got this thing in my head now that's kind of been plaguing me and haunting me. So I'm thinking, man, when I'm ready, when it's time, I'm gonna pull the trigger on something. And we're gonna take it straight from getting it to put 2 turbos on it. And that's how we're gonna introduce whatever that next thing is gonna be. It's gonna happen all at one time. I don't want to take it and drive and think I'm gonna have nope. I don't even want to get used to it without turbos. That's literally where I'm at. So it's when we get to that point, man. Again, we gotta hustle this year. This is a year hustle. This is hustle season for me right now. So I'm gonna hustle this season through. I had to put in for 2 more LLCs this week, waiting for that to come back. And then grinding through this trading. We gotta make some things happen. I still gotta get the nonprofit off the ground. So this is gonna be hustle season. I'm gonna try not to I really need to focus. So goal is to focus this season, man. We in that season of focus and really getting it done. Once we get to where we need to be, then we're gonna start spreading our wings a little bit and see what that looks like. But forever, maybe. I can't say no, but I don't want to say yes. I would love to have that car and do some fun stuff with it and keep it. But I gotta have space for it, and I still want other things. I'm still curious about other cars. That's a nice mic. They'd have that. Oh, thanks, bro. Where did I get this thing from?
Walmart.
This is a HyperX. I got it. I think I just ordered online. I can't. I find deals sometimes, man, and I just get stuff. And this could have came from an auction site, or it could have came from literally buying it something from like Amazon. But I like this mic. This mic is pretty cool. Not only that, it lets me know when it's on. The light goes out, it's on mute.
Turn around like you want to be like, baby, you don't even know what comes out like this. Sometimes. My darling, I ain't get enough of your love.
Oh, you say them folks want my $1 billion won his $1 billion in Arkansas. Bro, listen. And I was talking to Ray. I said, man, let me go. I got to go get me a ticket. I'm like, man, that'd be nice to be able to pull that one. Got busy, didn't get a chance to. The weather had jacked me up. There's a lot of stuff I didn't get a chance to do that day. All that weather, man. I was like, man, I ain't stopping. I'm going home.
So, to answer your question, I don't think a Corvette is out of my future. I mean, will I own it for long? That's the question. As of right now, and I know I got a video coming about this, but as for now, the way I literally wanted to get out of Zeus just for the point the Corvette market is freaking deteriorating right now with the C8s. And just in the timeline, I got rid of Zeus on October 31st till now. Like, I'm gonna tell you how funny it is. I got rid of Zeus. I was driving a Range Rover, and I'm like, man, I missed the Corvette. I started looking for Corvettes. I found Corvettes cheaper with less miles.
Yeah.
2020
Yeah.
for for less than I got for Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's how bad I traded the car.
It's all the way down there, bro.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, so that's why I felt like I had to get out of it, because if I want to do something different, like possibly, like I'll be honest, if they bring out the Grand Sport, I think I want, if it
And
actually
that Grand
pushes out
Sport's
600,
coming. Told you it's coming, man. It's
if
coming.
it pushes out 600 horsepower, I might consider it. But the problem with that is, even whatever it start at, you can get a Z06 cheaper.
Oh yeah, you still will be able to pull a Z06 cheaper. Yeah.
So like right now, just
Grand Sport is just gonna be the new shiny penny. That's all it's gonna be.
Literally, just the other day I was looking at Z06s, and my problem with the Z06 is I want an anniversary edition. That's really what's holding me up on the Z06. But I want an anniversary edition and the 70th anniversary edition in white. But looking at them now, I can go get one tomorrow for like 88.
Z06s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for like less than 7,000.
Even come down a lot.
Right. If you're looking at like a how can I say, a coupe, high to low 1LT, meaning like you don't have to go to the two GTs, the GT2Cs. You can get one for like 88.
Yeah.
Corvette SUV would be nice.
Man, that'd be fire.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I doubt it also. I think that would only happen if Corvette truly became their own brand.
Yeah.
I don't think Chevy has it in them enough to do it. I think they're getting tempted now to actually build faster trucks, especially after what Mopar is about to dropping. So they're going to have to. Mopar dropping, good Lord, 777 horsepower trucks now. So Chevy going to have to, if they want to at least get a pinch of that market, they're going to have to do either LT4, probably LT4 in some of those trucks.
I was saying, and then even then, you might get a SS Silverado or another SS Trailblazer redesign. I can see the SS Trailblazer come back before they come out with a Corvette SUV.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, and here's the sad part. It's not going to be a V8 if they did it. It's going to be a twin turbo 6 or a turbo 6. That's the part that kind of takes away from what's there, what people really like to see and have, and it makes sense with the Trailblazer or the Trail Boss or whatever they call them, because it's not a full size truck. They don't have to throw all that power at it, especially considering how much power they're able to get out of those sixes now. Makes sense.
Yeah, but for me, like I said, I probably end up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I may end up in a Corvette within a year, but if I don't, I won't until the C9. So if I don't get another Corvette within the next, let's just say, 14 months, and I think that's even too long. But if I don't get another Corvette in the next 14 months, I'm not getting one to the C9.
If I were to, even if I kept Zeus and was collecting or getting something else, let's say I got out of Zeus, I feel more amped to get a C7 ZR1 than anything else. I would want that more.
I think I want to see a ZR1 more, but right now, I'll just be honest with you. I'm gonna say I think I'm leaning more towards a McLaren.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So even if I were to get something again, like I said, I'm trying not to be too transparent because I want to hold a little bit to my breast. But I talked to you about it already, but I'm not trying to be too open with it. But to your point, um, I get a McLaren before I get another vet. Because I think that especially if you're driving it, I'm gonna have a way different experience. I already have Zeus. Zeus is an incredible experience. The ZR1, not the new ZR1, but the C6 ZR1 is probably not gonna give me a better experience than Zeus.
Right.
It's gonna be very similar, right? Um, I'm not interested in the C8s, right? Not right now. They're not interesting enough for me to want to own one. I still love my C7s. I think they're awesome looking vehicles. But if I had to go with something different, yeah, McLaren would be on that list. Absolutely on that list. Even and it doesn't have to be, the 600. It don't have to be the 650. Don't have to be 720, 765, 750. It could be a GT.
And that's honest. That's more I'm leaning to. I'm leaning towards the GT. So
Because I would use it just for that reason. What GTs are made for. I would drive the
yeah,
crap out of it.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm leaning more towards a GT, but truthfully, I almost went out and got a 12C
A 12C.
MP4 12C
And listen,
just
honestly,
because they're so cheap.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw a 1312C that really had my attention. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh, should I do this? Like I
that's
can.
literally how I felt.
They're and it's got to. No, it was a 1312C that I saw. So I don't want the one with the swipe. I can't to open the door. I want the button, the soft button. I heard too many nightmares with the swipe. So if you're gonna get it, get the 2012 and up. But I saw a 13, and that price was really nice, and it was clean. It was clean, and
Yep.
it looked good. Those things break when you don't drive them. It had decent miles, 47,000 miles on it. That's good, in my opinion. That's somebody that at least driving a car. The car looked immaculate on the inside. Might be a little bitty person that was driving it. But
Now
it
someone
has, I just don't see not including McLaren in the list. I still want to own the GT. I do. I really do. I still want to own a GT, man. Got to figure that out. It ain't over. It ain't over. We got to figure that out.
like I
Oh
said,
my
it's gonna be
God.
some.
When you think about, so I mean, and just like you said, I'll be transparent. McLaren GT is not off the list for me, and their prices have been coming down also. I still like that car. I think that is a attractive car. I love the noises that it makes.
I'm just looking for a specific model, and I was showcasing that to one of my friends. I want to say either last Wednesday or this Monday, and I found one. I'm just like, see, this is almost tempting enough, but I don't want to pull it now. I need to just sit idle for at least another 6 months. But I'm just like, because I want the one with 12. I think they got a version with. I know it's one with 12 speakers. I think it's one with 19 speakers. I know it's another version without more speakers. You know, I need that sound system.
Yeah, bro, right there. I get it, man. I really do get it. I
So
get
I'm
it.
like, I
Man.
need the one with the upgraded sound system.
This
So
doggone these cars can, and again, and I said it. I'll say it again. Zeus will spoil me. He spoiled me
yes,
from how the quality of the sound of that stereo sound. You can't get in just any car and think it's gonna sound great. Unfortunately, they all don't. Some of them they may sound pretty good. They don't all sound great, man. And the stereo in Zeus really does sound great for a factory Bose system. Man, that thing sounds so good, man. Absolutely good. And just to think the step down from that is heartening. You listen to a stereo in I haven't heard McLaren. I haven't heard the stereo in a McLaren. I
I'm
really
literally gonna go look. I'm literally gonna look at one to see how it sounds, because that
yeah,
can
I
make or
would
break
love to
my
check
day.
out a GT and see what it sounds like.
Well, the thing is, they have a GT with a 4 speaker system. They have a GT with a 12 speaker system. So that's why I was like, I can't do the 4 speaker system. I know
That
I
ain't
will
gonna
be
work.
right.
That ain't gonna work. What's
So
in
at least
do you know what's in the 12C?
same thing.
4?
They have a 4 version. They have one more speakers. I don't remember how many max, but because they have they have cars that are truly just built for the performance side of it.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh
you may
yeah,
get some
yeah.
other features, but they just literally built for the performance. You buying this car to listen to the engine and speed.
Yeah.
Then you have the
They
ones that
minimize all the extra stuff.
right. Then they have some that's actually like GT cars where you got 19 speakers, a better sound system, a couple extra features with the seats, but and I ain't saying like massaging, but just like extra,
Yeah,
like I think
power. Yeah.
power, what they call bolster or something like that. You get a few extra items, but at the end of the day, it's a GT car, and I want a different GT car. Like sad part is, I was looking for a S65 coupe.
Which are
I would
nice.
have,
And they sound
yeah.
amazing. They absolutely sound amazing.
I
I
wanted a
got another
V12.
car that's been bugging me now. It's been freaking haunting me. And there ain't but a handful of them out there in the world.
That Audi
Like an
still.
'08 BMW, '08 M5 manual,
Mm.
V10. I take that or the M6 coupe,
That's funny
but
because I
I
was thinking
don't
about the
want the
same car.
convertible. But that V10 manual, the automatic transmission sucks. But that manual is a good stout transmission, and
Listen,
that thing screams. Oh my
I was
God, it
I was
screams.
literally thinking about the same car last week.
That car has been haunting me lately, and I search the country. I see a handful of them.
Yep.
I found some really decent examples. The best example I saw, that thing was 70,000. It was 70K, over 70K. It only had 30 something thousand miles on it. I'll take it over 100 if it's been maintained,
Hmm.
especially for what I'm gonna do with it. I'm just gonna drive the crap out of it. They sound amazing and they're rare. You don't see those, especially in the
Nope.
manual. What do you think I'm pulling up at the All German event? All Cars and Coffee. I'll be in. Yes, he did. He sure did. So I was doing somebody else. There's two people got him. There's two people that got him. I was looking at him and it kind of tripped my head out when it was the other guy. Oh God, what is his name? He's a BMW guy, Beamer Fam. So I was doing research on him, and then I saw Beamer Fam. He was looking at cars, and he was trying to hold it to his breast. He didn't want to say what it was. Yeah, typical. Make a video. Don't tell people too early. You want the suspense. People watch longer.
Hmm.
Yada yada yada. And I said, I bet you this guy's going for that V10. I put money that he's trying to get that V10, and then lo and behold, Exactly what he went after was that V10. And then I'm flipping through and I see Tavares. He pulls one. I'm like, what is going on?
Yep.
Tavares ain't got a dash. I mean, he's got this. This car was God needed some love. It needs some love, but it's on his flip show. It's the one where they flip cars up. Once he get that thing where it's, oh God, I think he did already, didn't he? He started the car because he put the upgraded intakes, carbon fiber intakes on it, and he started it. But I can't remember if they finished it. I don't remember if they finished the car. I don't know if I didn't watch the whole video or not, but man, they sound good, man. And he revved that thing. Oh my God. Crazy. Yeah, man. He did. He finished it. Oh my goodness. So I don't know how that car just came in out of nowhere, and I started doing more research, and I realized, man, it's a hard car to find. So when Beamer Fam, that's what he said, man, this car is just really hard to find. I only see so many of them out there. I'm like, oh God, I bet you he looking at that F10, either the F60 or the F10. I put money on it, and that's what he was looking at. Bro, they although the dash may be a little dated, they still are clean. They're still nice when people take care of them, or if you take care of yourself when you get it. They still look decent, especially for what you're gonna use it for. I would love. I saw a convertible.
I was just looking at one right now.
The convertible was like 24, 25 or something like
They
that.
got one right by us.
Yep. I just don't want a convertible. If I was gonna
I
get
do.
it, I want a hard top. You would you say?
That's hard to find. Is the hard top is hard to find. Convertible isn't.
They all are hard to find. Like you're gonna find probably equally 2 or 3 of all of them. You can search the country. You're not gonna find a lot of those cars. And again, manual. I don't want the automatic. The automatic is a horrible transmission. Absolutely horrible transmission. So if you, yeah. But again, I think that's what got me too, is looking at some of the videos. There was this one video overseas. No, it was in Monaco. It was a Monaco video where it was a BMW. It was literally a V10 car show or Cars and Coffee or something. And these guys are pulling off, going through this tunnel, lighting them up, bro. God, these things sound good. Interestingly, I've been in that tunnel. That's the cool part. I like seeing stuff where I've been. That's the cool part. But man, they going through there and then lighting them things up, and they just screaming. It still makes over 500 horsepower, so it's still gonna be a lightning bolt. It's gonna be a fast car, but with the sound to boot, like not transmission, the right exhaust intake. That thing would be crazy. You tune it, you're not gonna get that much more power out of it. You could probably squeak because it's not turbo, it's all NA. So you could probably squeak another, 20, 30 horsepower out of it, which is, in my opinion, probably not even necessary. I'm in it for the sound, and it's quick enough already. It looks good. I'll be in it all day long, man. I'll just be driving the crap out of that thing. And I do that, like I said, I take the coupe or the M6 or the M5, either or. M5 will really hit them in their head because you wouldn't expect a 4-door manual.
Which is kind of funny, but as I said, remember I said if I really get watch, I'll grab M6.
Yep, you said that. I do remember you saying that. But I never even thought about that one going back 3 generations or 2 generations. I never thought about that one until as of late, and for some reason. And I laugh because I think about this thing that happens sometime when I'm trading. I will mark a spot where I'm going, where I want to go in, and it always end up being a spot where consolidation happens. So if I click and get in, I'll be waiting to see if this thing is going to go up or down. It always, but I do that so many times, so I have to adjust how I approach different trades. But like that, I'm sitting here thinking about this car, and then next thing I got 2 other people that went out and got them and doing it. I'm like, I'm thinking how unique and how great, and that would be a great introduction to the channel. I know I wasn't going to do it anytime too soon. I got other things I need to really focus on, and if I had that, I would have to have a garage. There's no way no way I'll let that thing sleep outside. That'd be crazy. Because I want to take care of it. I want to do something with that one and take it to the next level. Not that far. I mean, literally, it'll be like exhaust intake, probably downpipes. Catless downpipes. That's it. I don't think I'll do anything else to that car. I'll probably have to tune it to tune out the check engine light, but that's it. And just drive it. Keep it clean. Make sure it's got the right wheels on it that I like. Most of the ones I've seen, they got the wheels look similar to the wheels on Pegasus. That's a good one, bro. In my opinion, that's the equivalent to that 65. 65 is 12, right?
Yep, V12.
Yep. That's the equivalent
V12,
to the
600
65.
horses, 612 pound-feet of torque. That thing's a monster. I drove it one time.
I saw a kid that purchased one, and he was trying to get F1 sounds from it. So he was chasing after the right exhaust for that car, for that 65. And it wasn't easy, man. For some reason, he couldn't get what he was looking for.
I don't think it's really meant for that, but
it wasn't. I mean, although it's a V12, I'm impressed at what you're able to get.
It's turbo V12, so that's like it's just a V12.
Yeah.
But the thing about it with me is just like it ain't sporty.
No, it ain't. It really isn't. It's a powerful luxury car.
It's a powerful GT.
Yeah.
And that's always been my issue with it, because it's like it ain't aerodynamic. You know what I'm trying to say? It ain't nothing about it screaming speed besides the fact it moves.
Mm-hmm. It had the power to get it moving pretty quickly.
So you still talking like almost 4,000, 5,000 pound coupe.
Yeah. It's a big boy, man. Yep. It's a big boy. What's your thought about the new Scat Pack? Have you seen it? The new Scat Pack.
It's all right. You know, I ain't no more part for it like that. Hold on. I ain't no more part for it like that.
What do y'all think about that new Scat, man? I'm gonna tell you what interested me. That's became interesting to me, and it's purely through association. And they compare that to the M3. It's a straight 6, twin turbo straight 6. Same thing. That's in that M3. Twin turbo straight 6. It's making more power from the factory than the M3. Right off the cuff. It is a drivetrain selectable car. You can either go front all-wheel drive or just rear-wheel drive. I don't think it looks horrible. I think it looks decent, man. I like it. Driving dynamics. Yep. You have the driving dynamics. Everyone that reviewed it that I saw, my biggest turnoff was that they use the same frame on the same body of the EV, so you lose the floor. I do like the fact that it's a hatchback. That's just a different flip on what that car what you can haul and how you move in that car. Line lock. It's got a lot of really cool things. Who was it? Satera actually had one, man. Satera actually unlocked one and already put one on the dyno and tuned it. I think he got an extra 125 horsepower out of this car. That's the part about that car that makes it interesting. You can still drive this thing all year round. All year round. You can put some snow tires on it or just some really decent tires, have a different set of wheels for the winter, and then pull that thing out in the summer and still act a fool in it, because it's still a spicy car. You got to think this is a straight six is still a straight twin turbo straight six that's over 600 horsepower off the rip. That is quite impressive if you ask me. People, Hemi guys, they're gonna feel some kind of way about losing that big motor. But the performance is there. It outperforms, if I'm not mistaken, it outperforms the current day Scat Pack, a 392. It's lighter and it's power to weight. It will kill it. It will light it up from a power to weight perspective. It doesn't sound as nice. The V8 power, that sound is beautiful. It sounds like music in my ears. But from a performance perspective, just saying, man, there's a different precedence when you think about what these straight sixes can do. GTR. Look at I'm just saying, man. BMW. That doggone, oh my God. That little motor is amazing. It is the German 2JZ. And there's a reason for that. That thing holds like a lot of power and it makes it, you can just do so much with them. So many people I've seen where they went out to get for example, the X3M. It tell you don't get the X3M, get the X3 with the M Performance and get the 40i. Because that motor, you can downpipes, tune, intake, exhaust. Now you got better than X3M power for a fraction of the price. And you got all the tech. You'll have all the tech and performance stuff from an X3M if you get the M variant. Like, for example, my wife's car, right? She has the X6 with the M. X6 is the 40i, X40i, or whatever they call it. It has the M package. So it has all the M performance stuff. Same brakes as mine. It has all that stuff. More tech, tune, intake, downpipes, and exhaust on that car would outperform my car. It will outperform my car. It'll get that thing to over 500 horsepower in a heartbeat. That B58, bro. Yes, it has. It's a monster, bro. It really is a monster. Chevy LS. Man, everybody, I'm so sick of LS swap. I don't know why we don't do more LT swaps. Like, I believe being able to, yes. And that's another one. I think Coyote, man, that's such a great little motor, man. That's such a great little motor. And true, I see what you're saying here. When you think about those brands, man, that's what they equate to. It's hard to think about, and of course, it's coming back. The Hemi's coming back. Stellantis, they are backtracking now, so they're gonna be bringing back again. They're bringing out, they're pulling out another truck, man, with 777 horsepower. This thing is gonna be a monster. It's gonna shake the game up, man. But when you think about them, you think Mopar, you think Hemi. You don't think about a straight six, right? You don't think about a twin turbo straight six. You think about a supercharged big old, 6.2. That's what you usually think about when you think about that Hemi, at least based on when they have their reign, which goes to conversation. Think about, man, my nose is itching. Good Lord. Think about how Hemi had their run. Hemi was through the roof. You could not turn on any channel and not see any YouTube channel and not see something about Mopar anything. It was their whole line. Anything that had a Hemi in it, from Scat Packs to Hellcats to Red Eyes to Demons, any one of those things are all over. They stole the internet. Ford EcoBoost, yep. Yeah, Ford EcoBoost, which is a monster of a little. Again, when you think about it, man, we miss out on what some of these little motors can do. That EcoBoost is in everything from a Ford, a F-150, all the way down to some of their smaller cars. And look, EcoBoost is a beast. It can get a lot of power out of that motor. But what's taking its place right now? What car has the attention over? Oh, has the attention now that Hemi used to have? If I had to think about what I'm seeing more, and I don't know, it's because of what I search for, or if this just showing up in my timeline through YouTube right now, BMWs are all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more BMW content than way more. I'm seeing. Let me back up. I'm seeing BMW content now the way I used to see Hemi content. It was all over the place. There's not too many places you can go and not see somebody doing something with a BMW now. Share between a B58 and a Coyote. Talking about that EcoBoost? Yeah, I think so. A B58 is a little monster, man. Even the N58. And I think that's what's in my wife's truck. That will be what's in the non-M variant. It'll be the N58. And that thing is stout. It is stout. You don't have to do the bottom end unless you're really trying to go like stage 3. You do a stage 2 on that thing, you're gonna get 200, probably about 200 horsepower out of it, and it's gonna be a little rocket ship. F-150 coming, man. It is. I heard that before. Cause they be lighting them things up, man, and they sit them on the ground like cars. They don't jack them up. They lower them. Mexican GTR, yes sir. Nah, man, I don't know, bro. I think BMW it's got a lot of attention. For a moment, vets were pulling their weight. Vets were showing themselves. Only one brand that never really took over was Mustang. Mustang never came and took over. Twin turbo, that's a monster. That is a monster. And here's the thing, man. I think you could put that in a lot of cars and get crazed and gets a lot of usability. That Coyote motor is a monster. It's a beast. I would love to put one of those in an old body, LX Fox body. That's one of my favorite Mustangs from back in the day. I love that car. 5.0 LX. Little sleeper, didn't have all that body kit on it. See them pipes coming out the back under the behind the wheels. Love that car. Yeah, I think part of it I probably would keep in my attention. BMW are everywhere right now. People are copping them, man. They getting them and fixing them. They doing a lot of stuff with them. Them M4s, M3s, M2s, competitions, CSs. Man. X3Ms are just lighting up the world right now. Them things are something else. They call them the Trackhawk Killers. I don't know what else is out there that's actually just still in the airways right now. BMW, man. The new Mopar. And what's crazy, and I can hear them when they're going up the road, man. Be like, yep, that's BMW. They loud, like, yeah, that's an M3. Oh, yeah, that's a whatever. You can hear them. You know what they sound like. Just like, in my opinion, though, not that much different than our Mopar experience. Yeah, man. I would say so. I would say so. Man. But they don't. What up, IS? Facts. Here's the thing, man. They're not expensive builds. Also, that's the other thing, right? Although Mopar, off the rip was just through the roof. They were fast, straight off the showroom floor.
Yeah.
The BMWs are as well, but you could get so much more out of those things for not a lot of money. I mean, people buying their own tunes, they flashing them themselves. They don't. A lot of that stuff is real simple to do. And don't get me wrong, the BMWs that's coming off the show in Florida, all you got to do is put it in M2. They make all the pops and all the stuff that you got to tune into car. They do it already. It's already there. Yeah, once we started buying it, it's a wrap. Facts. And honestly, I never thought I'd be fascinated by a BMW until I got this one. They are something else. It's very impressive vehicles. Quite impressive. They are impressive, man. Um, and all I can think about most of the time now is of what else do I want? What other one would I want? I would like to experience a few BMWs. I don't have to keep them all, but I would like to experience a few. I might find myself wanting to hold on to a couple. Probably not all. I think that's the stuff that's been screaming a little louder. I got a few things, again, like I said, that's on the radar that I really would mind getting my hands on. But that's few. There's a bunch of different. Excited about Tuna Galleria. I'm trying to get excited about it. I don't know if I'm gonna have a vehicle in it. I would love to get Zeus ready for this thing, but then I was like, man, how cool it would be if I got the BMW ready for it. It's just too much, man. I got too many things, and especially when I'm working on, I got to be disciplined. I got to stay focused to the goal because this year is important. I got to do what I need to do for this year because it sets me up for next year, and I got to get it done. So I got to really think about what that looks like. So it means I may not be in Tuning Gallery. I got to focus on some stuff. I got to keep it simple. Can't be throwing money into no cars when I need to be throwing into something else right now. I want my garage. Y'all don't understand how bad I want that garage. I want that thing bad. The garage means growth. It means other things get to happen. If I do that garage right, oh my God. Especially with the ideas that I have. Man, y'all don't even understand. I may have to just pull something from this garage just so I can be in that garage. I may not be able to put a car in there right away, but I'll be in there. I cannot wait for that. Y'all don't understand, man. That's gonna be next level. Straight next level. Who hit me, man? Oh, that's some fellas. Yeah, man. So we working. We trying to get there. I still don't understand why I'm so busy. Absolutely mind-boggling. Oh, give me a second. I need to check on something. Be right back. Sorry about that, guys.
You
What
good?
you looking at, man? You clearly into something.
I was just sitting here watching the stock market.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of processing. So I had to go check on what was processing. I'm at the end of the run, so I had to let that thing stop. Doing some stripping runs. Yeah, man. What you looking at the stock market, man? What you looking at?
Yes.
I was I started messing with NASDAQ this week.
Did.
It moves way faster.
It does.
It,
It does.
it moves way faster. From a future trading perspective, the ticks are
Mm-hmm.
where I can squeak out 5 to 10 points on S&P. Man, I can squeeze out that same process. I'll be getting 20, 30 ticks on NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm.
But problem was I didn't realize how fast it moved and how aggressive it was. And as opposed to saying discipline to my plan, I was probably a little bit more overwhelmed with the movement. And I was I went in, I made some money fast, and then I was like, all right, still doing something I think it's doing. But the movement was so erratic and it was just, and I didn't trust it. And I'll get out either just before the movement. Most of the time it was just before the movement, and it was always short. So I lost a little bit of money messing around with NASDAQ. I gotta trust it. I made that back today, but I gotta start trusting myself with the trade or what pattern that I see and not get overwhelmed by the movement because it's erratic. It moves so much. I'll probably, if I trade NASDAQ, no, it still moves a lot. I'll still see that movement in the 5 minute, on a 5 minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably still see the movement, at least the up and down as the bids are going in. So, but I want to get comfortable with NASDAQ because NASDAQ is going to be a game changer for me. It's going to be a big game changer. It's the same thing I'm doing in the S&P. I'm probably going to double or triple if I'm trading on NASDAQ. So I got to get to, I think what I'm going to do is set myself a goal in S&P to graduate myself up to NASDAQ. So once I get to a certain point, then I'm going to graduate up to NASDAQ where I got to get to a point where I have a little bit more risk. I can afford a little bit more risk before I do
Right.
that. There's a young guy that I follow. I didn't realize how young he was. God, this little dude is turning 23 this year. But he's been trading for 5 years and been killing the game. He's been doing really well. So he started, I'm trying to think of his name. I'm going to find his name so y'all can know who I'm talking about. But he, what I like to watch and what I started picking up from him is the psyche, the mental that goes along with trading. I like his mental. I like what he had. I like how he sets his head up when it comes to what trading means and how you prepare yourself, how you enter trade, how do you manage trades, so on and so forth. So his mental is killer. I'll share that with people, not what he's trading or how he's trading, but his mental. To me, I think that's is very, very invaluable. People lose on the fact that you have to be in the right frame of mind for trading, because you will go broke. You will blow your account. So he started off the year. Oh, I'm supposed to be finding what's his name, and I'm gonna find his name in a minute. But he started off the year with 2 accounts, and his goal was to trade. He's gonna share everything that he's doing online. So every day he's supposed to be posting. Right? It's gonna be trading. It's gonna be mental. what he's doing for the day. It's gonna be all kinds of stuff. So vlog style, but it's with a focus on trading. He went in on the trades on the second, I think it was last Friday. He was trading gold. I saw the pattern that he went in on. It looked like a double top. But it could have also, but it was also setting up. It looked like it was setting up to be a reversal. But he bet that it would go short. So he literally traded that this thing was going to go short, and it went long. He has two accounts. One account had 2K, 2,500. The other account had 450K. So he had two accounts that he was trading. Between the two accounts, because he put so much more risk on this trade, and he entered this thing. He's a swing trader or a day trader. So he put a trade in on the weekend, and it's just going to do his thing until he's able to get back in on it. That thing went long and stopped him out. He had a negative 500 on one account on a 2,500. And I can't remember what's the single total that he lost on a big account. But that dude lost 366K over the weekend. All he was able to do is just laugh about it. Dude is 23 years old. He's like, all right, so we made a bag trade. I'm like, what? 366K. He said, well, I just got to do better. And the part that really resonated with me was everything that he was saying after that, because I felt like that before, about how I should have stuck with my first mind on the trade. I said this then, and I did the absolute opposite. I've been there before, and I've done that. When he was sitting there and he's watching pattern, he's like, man, especially after taking a big hit, it's like, I need to make the mentality comes in of, I need to make this money back. So you're like, man, this trade look like it's doing this. Should I get in? Should I get in? Like, no. This is not the time you dive back in. But I know what it feels like to feel like I want to get back in and make this money back, right? I've been there. And sometimes I did, and sometimes I went deeper in the hole. But I've learned, even after taking gains, like today, I made my money. I worked longer than, was I in it longer than 10? Yep, I was in it longer than 10 o'clock. So I closed out of the trade. I had an auto stop. I had a trailing stop on a trade that I had going in the S&P. And it was everything was going short. And I watched a long play that reversed, and I was waiting for the reversal. I wish I could have got in on earlier, but nothing that it showed me made me think that I would have jumped in on that trade because of the way the candles are forming. So I felt like I missed the going up, but I was disciplined. I said, I'm not going to get in on it late, because as soon as I get in on it late, it's going to reverse on me. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for it to reverse. And it reversed. And I got on that trade, and it went as high as it went up, it came all the way back down. So I'm just sitting here watching this thing go down, go down, go down. I set my trailing stop to be 2 ticks behind the market, behind the forward movement. So every time it moved down, if it moved down a tick, my trailing stop moved down a tick. And it sat there and it reversed and it came back and cost me out. But I made my money on it. I was good. Because it moved so smooth and I'm watching it and I'm like, man, I should get back. Nope. I'm not getting back in. I'm not getting back in, because as soon as I get back in, it's gonna take your money. Like, nah, I'm cool. I made my money. I backed out. It was after 10 o'clock. It was like 10:12, I think, when it cost me out. 10:12, I was like, all right. I sat and I just studied it a little bit. I looked at a couple other markets. I looked at Russell. I don't understand gold. I'm still trying to understand how gold works. I got a couple other markets that I've been exploring, but now, as opposed to only trade S&P, I've been looking at Russell. I've been looking at S&P, and I've been looking at Nasdaq. So I've traded in all three of those. I've had success in all three, and I've had challenges in all three. But I'm comfortable with trading. If I had to compare the three, Russell is just a slow. Russell is very slow. So Russell moves real slow. S&P 500 is in the middle of Nasdaq and Russell. And if I had to grade them slowest to fastest, it'll be Russell, S&P, and then Nasdaq. If you're patient and you catch the right pattern and movement, you can squeak, a easy 10 points out of it. It's going to take a while in the Russell, but you can get 10 points out of the Russell. You can definitely get 10 points out of Russell without a problem. The patterns are very defined. They're very methodical, move nice and slow. You can do it. S&P is just the balance for me. It's comfortable. Sometimes I wish I could press fast forward and see it move, but I realize I really don't need to see fast forward based on what the Nasdaq shows me. But again, that all comes with discipline and trusting the pattern. When you trust the pattern that it's going to do, you set everything you're supposed to set. You're going to be good. You can be successful. It doesn't come without challenges. Understand your risk. I've been trying to be far more disciplined to my risk pattern, which is 10% of my my account. So I don't risk more than 10% of my account. If I keep it at that, you take an L once, you take an L twice. I'm trading 2 to 3 times a day. Take an L once, take an L twice. You're really not hitting yourself too hard. In most cases, I'm gonna probably get 3 to 1 on a trade. I got 2.5, almost 3 today. If I'd have shut it down, there was this fair value gap that I thought it was gonna go through, and it stopped at the top of it. If I'd have killed it there, I'd have been 3 to 1. I'd have had my 3 to 1, and I'd have been good. But 2.5 to 1 is not bad. I'm not complaining. I didn't lose anything. I took gains all the way. I just didn't take as much as I would have. I let 2 points on the table for the reversal or the trailing stop. But once you get your mental straight around what this is, it's a different level of discipline. And you understand what you're doing, man. I saw this. It was a TikToker that I ran across. I get a lot of trading TikTok. I get trading and Christian TikTok. I get a lot of that. But there's this one guy. There's a couple of guys that I watch that they keep spirituality in the things that they're doing also. And there's one guy, he talked about the 3 scriptures that he used that keeps him in alignment when it comes to trading. Again, removing greed, not being selfish, preparing yourself, studying so that you're smarter about it, and always putting God first. And I don't know exactly which ones they are, and I'll let you know based on what he said. Maybe I'll share those. But it was a good video. But it's the mentality. Again, I will promote mentality over even understanding the patterns. Once you get the patterns, that's great. Man, if you don't have the right mental, you're gonna struggle. Greed gonna set in. You're gonna think especially, and I say this only from experience, especially when you feel like you're gotten so good at predicting what direction or what the market is going to do that you think you can tell the market what to do. It's like telling God your plan. You want to see disappointment? Go ahead and tell him what your plan is. I got so good at predicting, and I can see points, and I'll draw lines and say this is going to go here. This is going to be, I'll be hitting those points, man. But I can't control what it does. I still got to remember that. I can't control. I can predict. I can see some of the things that's happening, but I can't control it. That's where I get in trouble. I used to get in trouble. From that. I've gotten to a point now, man, I've backed way back from that. Got to be disciplined. But it can be rewarding. It could be very rewarding. And that's the plan, man. So as I go through this process, and my goal, I'm still going to trade Russell. I'm still going to trade S&P. I'm trading S&P, and my goal is to move up to Nasdaq. Nasdaq and S&P, they pretty much mimic themselves. If you look at them, when one's doing this, the other one is they moving kind of parallel to each other, except this one is a little bit more jumpy. The Nasdaq is a bit more jumpy. Russell does not follow the same pattern as the two. It's doing its own thing, literally, completely doing its own thing. There's nothing about the two that marry that you can say are the same. Russell can be literally moving in a bearish direction, where the other two are moving in a bullish direction. They just don't follow the same patterns. However, you can still trade off them based on the patterns that they're doing. I use the Russell when I'm trading, not the Russell. I use Nasdaq when I'm trading. I use both of them against each other. Sometimes I can see activity that's happening early in one or the other. Today I was able to see early activity in the Nasdaq that showed me the um, what the S&P was doing. So I was able to see. I saw candle structure shaping early on this side, and then it started shaping over here. I'm like, oh, okay, let me keep watching this. And when I saw the reversal form over here and I got confirmation, I got in on the reversal here when it first formed before confirmation. So I was able to get in a little bit early, like a cheat code, and then just sit patient. It didn't move fast. Yeah, when it went long. So that bearish movement today was slow. A lot of it was slow, to be honest with you, but it was still moving. It just was slow. So I was in that trade for probably about um it was like, I think I got in that trade probably about 9:29:30, and was in that trade all the way until after 10 o'clock. That's the longest I've ever sat in on a trade. Most of my stuff happens less than 20 minutes. Less than 20 minutes. Like 15, 7, 10, 5, 3. It was just slow today, but it was moving. It methodically moved. It did what it was supposed to do. It just was slow. It was Russell slow. Yeah, it's mental. Mental is everything, man. You got to be in the right mindset. Got to be in the right mindset. Eventually, I do want to learn the stock side of the house too. So I want to get to that point, but I believe for myself to get there, I want to have a certain amount of capital. I don't want to go into it like I could start this. You can start trading futures with $50. Like before I start trading stocks, I want to be pretty deep into six figures, real deep into six figures before I start messing with stocks. And I can grow that trading futures. Real simple. I'm not gonna say it's simple. You're capable of doing so. Let's just say that. As simple as you are to grow it, you could lose it. But you're capable, definitely capable of doing so, managing your risk and watching your patterns and taking the right trades. You'll be fine. Um, yeah, and hey, that's the goal. We do what we need to do, knock out the foolishness, and I can't really get deep into stocks until I get everything else taken care of. Stocks is going to have to happen, um, probably in 27. I have to knock out 26 first.
So how you like the Ninja Trader app?
I like it. It gives you a few different platforms to trade off of. Again, I have a dedicated laptop. This thing is dedicated to trading. I do not surf the net. I don't do nothing on it but trade. And there's a window based PC, and I can trade off of this on their Windows app. They also I trade my account, my primary account on the web app on my regular computer and also on my phone. They give you a couple of options of being able to get into it. If you're going to trade with somebody else, money, prop firm type, you're going to need the web app. You can't trade on, not the web app, the Windows app. You can't trade with somebody else's money on the phone or on their web app. You have to
Okay.
use the Windows app. I'm thinking about looking into what is it called? Not Trader Bait. Trade something. It's another broker's account. They have a few things that I want to explore. There's some other tools that I want to explore that seems a little bit more easy over there. They have those tools here, and I was able to set it up on the Windows app. I just don't like trading on the Windows app as much as I do on the web app. I just don't like it, man. So it's TraderView. TraderView is the other one. So TraderView is another platform that's supposed to be pretty decent. I'm almost to some degree believe that they're either partnered or similar to NinjaTrader. It's like they're all one or something. I don't know. But I'm thought about starting, or once I hit a certain point, moving some of my resources over to this one and start a small account over here and start trading over here. Um,
On what, TraderView?
on TraderView, just to see if there's just, and that's just to use the tool. My goal is in five small account be like $500. I trade the E-mini S&P micro E-mini S&P, which is like $5 a contract. It's real small. It's real simple, but you can grow that account to a point where you're trading into the E-mini, which is $50 a trade. But I'm interested in seeing if there's anything unique about their charts, anything unique about their tools. I've seen people use this, and they have some tools that I don't have over there, or at least I don't know how to set up on NinjaTrader that I would like to have access to. Like, I'm just figuring out how to do multiple charts. A lot of this stuff isn't just, it's not that right in front of your face, real that simple. So you have to kind of either figure it out. A lot of people don't discuss it. Like, what I like about TraderView is I just see this, whereas the way I had to set up multiple charts and literally just stretch it out. I got this wide screen now, this 46, 49 inch screen, which allows me to, spread the screen out and I can see them vertically. But there's literally a button in TraderView where you can stack three side by side, stack on four corners of the screen, and see. You can literally set it up by the click of a button, where I have to do that manually. And that's just from a view perspective. If you're only looking at one chart, it doesn't matter. You can be good with NinjaTrader. But as I've been maturing through this, I learned that I want to see multiple charts for more than one reason. I might not only trade in one place. And once I get this set up, I don't know, man. I don't know. We might switch based on what I'm seeing from this little demo. I might have to switch. I might have to switch because it just gives you, there's way more modularity. You can and actually see several different views. A lot of the part that really intrigues me more than anything is setting up my 3-to-1 strategies and a click of a button, and then adjust it the way I want to based on how or what the market looks like. And I can see, as it goes up and make, 2x, 1x, or even run up to 3x and maybe even 4x. I can set it at 4x and I can see that, right? But it spells it out and it's a little bit more defined. I was able to do that on the app, on the Windows app, but I felt restricted to the Windows app. That's the only place I'm able to do that. But if I could do it on a PC, on the web app, we in business. We are in business, and this looks like it's gonna let me do that. I've been meaning to come in here and actually put in a broker's account here, set up account here so I can get into it. I think I will set one up, do some paper trading on it, and see how I like it. Set up some of the perimeters that I want, some of the strategies that I want to have in place, and then I'm gonna slide $500 over here, trade a small account. See how well I'm able to grow it by using the tools. The tools really helps manage risk. I had a buddy of mine, he blew an account because he didn't set his auto stops. And you get in and you think I'm gonna be able to click it. I'm gonna click it. Sometimes when that thing takes off and it falls to the earth or shoots up in the sky, it'll cost you out so fast. Or it not cost you out, but it'll take money out, it'll take all your money from you. And you're not prepared, you don't have an auto stop, your risk goes from 10% to maybe the whole pot. It can go that fast. It can go that fast. Who was I talking to? Talking to Zay. He said he turned his head and did something. In 2 minutes, he lost 15K, something like that. It can happen that fast. It literally can happen that fast. It probably wasn't even 2 minutes. Probably was 1 minute. If I can think about the fact that I was on a trade that I got 50, I made 5,100, 5,100 in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, right? 2 contracts. If I had more than one contract in it and I thought it was going the other direction and it went up that fast, that could be 5,100. It could be 10,000. It could be 50. It could be 50 grand, depending on how many contracts you have in there. And it moves so fast that you blink your eye and you done lost money. So when you set these auto stops and you set your risk level, having it auto cost you out without having to worry about having to click the mouse to save yourself, it saves itself. It's like having traction control on a car. You turn it off if you want to, you're risking a lot. Or you had a traction control on, it can save your butt when you lose traction. That's what auto stop does. And some of these with these trailing stops are just awesome because you can set trailing stop to chase after the money. So for example, I tell you what I do. If I go into a trade, I'll go into a trade and I have a risk level, right? Let's say it's a long trade going up, right? If I set my trade and we're gonna do round numbers, let's say it's at 4,600, right? Cost of the stock is at 4,600. I'm thinking it's gonna go up, right? I believe it's gonna go up based on the candle structure. It's gonna go up 12 points, right? So I'm gonna set my stop loss under 4,600. 12 points, 3 times, 4 points low. That's where I want to auto stop. I'm only going to risk 4 points, right? I'll set that. And then as it goes up, I want to see when it goes 1x. I want to see when it goes 2x. And then I want to see when it goes 3x, right? Trailing stop, when it goes, let's say, once it get past 1x, I'm moving my stop from 3 points under, 4 points under. I'm moving that to break even. So I'm gonna move it to the line where I got in on a trade. Because at this point, I don't want to lose money. I don't lose nothing. It went that high. I don't want to lose money. It goes to 2x. I'm going to move it up to the next level of resistance. So you'll see resistance in your trade where it kind of stutter and then goes up. I would move it to that point of resistance, just below that point of resistance, where if it does turn around, it won't come back to that point unless it's actually reversing. So I'll move it to that point as it moves up. So then as it keeps doing that, I'll keep that trailing stop running as it goes up. It'll stay however many points I want it to be as it goes up, it'll pull it up. So it comes down, it'll stay there, but then it goes back up, it'll pull it back up and keep going all the way up until it decides to reverse or until I hit a point where I'm like, I'm good. I wanted I wanted that thing to go down to I wanted to see, what was it, 60 69.50. I predicted that it hit 69.50 and it turned back at 450. It stopped at 54 and turned up at 57. It cost me out at 57. So that sucked. But I wanted those full points. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really wanted the full points. But but the tools, man, they're like bowling with bumpers. They keep you from being that guy that's click, 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 and constantly clicking. You can actually set a stop at the top. Like if you think it's gonna go 3x and you want it to stop at 3x, and it might go longer than 3x, you can set it at the stop so it'll stop there. You literally can walk away. You can walk away from the computer and it does what it's supposed to do. When it hits what it's gonna hit, it's gonna stop automatically. You take your money and go. Or the other side of it, if you set your risk to be at a certain point and you want your risk to stop at a certain point, it'll stop there. Or when it goes to a certain point, you can set automatic trail stops to follow your trade, follow the trade all the way up, and then it'll stop automatically when it reverses. The cool part about trailing stops is that even if you're thinking you're going for 3x and it goes longer than 3x, it goes beyond 3x, your trailing stop is just going to keep following it all the way up. It's going to keep following it. If it goes to the moon, if you could pull 20, 40 points out of it, it's going to keep following until it reverses or until there's a pullback that's longer than your trailing stop. It feels like somebody coming back and cutting your money off, and then they keep going up. You can't get personal. Like, man, I can't believe this thing just stopped my money, and then think you're gonna jump back in. That's what I do. I'll be like, oh, I want to jump back in. I gotta teach myself not to jump back in. As soon as I jump back in, that thing gonna reverse and gonna take my money.
Question.
Yep.
So when you be in that situation, you don't just adjust your stop to a higher point?
Yeah, I do. So that's what a trailing stop is. A
I get
trailing
it.
stop, huh?
So I get what it is. I'm just saying, like, when you like, I want to jump back in, like, you just don't just pull it up to that part and just bump the
No.
ceiling.
So here's the thing with a trailing: when it pull back, sometimes a pullback is the start of a reversal.
True.
So if I think that just because it pulled back, it was making a new higher low, or making a higher high, or a lower low and a lower high, and I'm thinking, okay, it's just gonna keep going. It might be pulling back to go into consolidation. And consolidation can make the decision of if it wants to go higher or lower. And there's a pattern that you can see while it's in consolidation. It's like a rubber band pull. So it can be doing this, going up, and then it goes into consolidation where it just goes straight across, just constantly going sideways. Sometimes you get a spike up, and that's your worst move to think, oh, I'm getting in on that trade, because usually a spike up means it's about to go down. Or you might see that spike down, and you think, oh, let me go on short on this, and it's just a reversal movement that it does. It's almost like a pullback, and then it shoots off.
I
No
got you.
big.
I was just thinking because when you was like, when you set your bar to get here and it hits and then it go and you get out.
Mm-hmm.
My thought process was then like, oh, I should get back in. I'm just like, my thought process was I would just raise the bar so I didn't get out and raise my lower to where the original was at.
No, see what happens is, so here's the deal. So my advice when you set a stop loss is to stick to whatever it is, right? And this is why. When you think about, I want to show you what this means. When you think about stop loss and what does it mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had something to draw. I do have something I can draw on. Where's my notebook? When you think about a stop loss and what that means, I don't have paper in the office. I'm in the office. I ain't got no paper. In the world, I do got paper. I had something in here. All right. All right. I hope this makes sense, right? So when you in a trade, and the reason why I say this about you don't want to. I'm gonna explain why you don't want to adjust. Let's say you're going up, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna draw some candles and show you what this could look like, right? You'll get some pullback every once in a while. I'm gonna do this. All right. And you'll get a little pullback every once in a while. You get some more pullback. It's just consolidation, and then it keep going up. Keep going up. Right. And then you'll get a little pullback here, pullback, and it keep going up. You'll get some different kind of candles doing this. All right. So as you're going through this trade, right? As you can see this, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
we're moving up, right? You get a little pullback here, right? And then it goes back up. That's just a normal progression of stair stepping up through a trade,
Correct.
right? As you're moving up, like you're set, let's say I'm going through this process. I got in a trade here and it's going
Right.
up, right? So I got in here. Let me do this. I'm gonna show you this, what this looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we had this red candle here. We had a green candle here that showed me that it was going up. Then it did this, right? So I got in here, right? I got in right here. I
Yeah.
set my risk to here. I'm gonna draw that in red. This is my risk. This is how much I'm willing to risk. And then everything going up will be my 3-to-1. That's 2. And let's call that 3, right? So these are my marks. This is
Right.
this is what I risk. This is how much
Mm-hmm.
I'm a risk. This is when I get in on a trade. So everything
Right.
below this line is me losing money, right?
Correct.
This right here, everything above this line is getting money, right? Gaining money. So as it goes to when it goes here, I'm hoping that it don't go there. So when it goes up to here and it
Mm-hmm.
get past this line, then I move this line up to here. So now my stop
Correct.
loss, right? I
It's break
trail my
even.
stop loss to break even. So now,
Correct.
as we keep going up, I'm trying to follow them. I'm working off the thing, and I can barely do it because it's backwards. When it gets here, I slide that stop loss up to the last point of resistance.
Okay. So
So I
we
go
kind of was
here,
saying the same thing.
right? So as it moves up, no, we weren't saying the same thing. As it moves up, like if let's say it gets to here, and I set my stop here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it starts to pull back here, right? I don't want to move this down so it don't touch it. Why is that? Every time it goes down, that's money. You just let this right here to this line could be the difference between, depending on how long these candles are and how many contracts you have in there. That could be $50, or that could be $200 every time you go down. That could be $500 between from here to here,
Correct.
right? So when you set your stop loss, a trailing stop that follows the market up, you want it to stay in a position so that when it pulls back, the last thing you want to do is pull that down here and it comes back and you get cocky, it goes up. You're going to do the same thing again and you're going to pull it back. And this time you're going to pull it back a little bit too far. You're going to pull it back down to here when it's all the way up here. All that money from here to here, you just let go.
But see, what I was saying was that we were saying we
I
were
would
saying the same
risk
thing.
$200 to maintain everything I got. I would not let that money go.
So what I was saying was, you see your top line, your 3-to-1.
Yep.
I said. So my question was, when you start close into your 3-to-1, why don't you raise your stop loss to the part you had at before, when you were still allowing you to go your 3-to-1? You doing the line you were just talking about? I was saying
Oh,
raise that there.
okay. I see what you're saying.
Why not raise your ceiling? You get what I'm trying to say? So it don't just take you out when you clips it.
Oh, no, no, no,
And
no,
then
no. So I don't have an auto stop on my ceiling.
okay,
I don't set an
okay.
auto
That
stop on the ceiling. I see what you're saying now.
gotcha.
So as it
That's what I
hits
was saying.
3-to-1, it might keep going. My
Correct, and
trailing
that's what I was
stop
saying.
follows it, right? The
That's what I
trailing
was saying.
stop follows it. I don't wanna
I got you.
you can do that if you feel like you need to walk away. You can set an auto stop so that you don't lose money
Correct.
if it goes up and then come back down. So you can secure whatever you want to get. Or if you're working, like sometimes I do, if I work on a clock and I'm seeing that I want to be out of this trade at a certain time, I'll set my stop, let it hit the stop, and I'm out. Because I
Yeah.
can't sit there and watch it do all the things that it could possibly do that may or
Correct.
may not make money.
And that's
'Cause
all I was
at
saying.
this point, it could go sideways.
Yep.
Right. So to your point, you can set an auto stop. You can set an auto stop at the top to take gains, or you can just let your trailer stop trail and let it keep going as far as they're going to go. And if you, depending on how many points you set it for, and I'm telling you, sometimes it hits that number, man, and then it'll turn around. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It'll hit that number wherever I set my 3. Sometimes it hit it, it'll go just above it, or it'll come just below it. It's absolutely bananas. So, or sometimes it spiked through it and comes back down. But having that trailing stop does help you from losing too much of it coming back. For example,
Yes.
I could have been at 3x today if I would have just closed it at that point of 3x, but I felt like it still had energy. I didn't see it going back the other way. There's nothing about what I saw in that pattern that made me believe it was going the other way. Again, the market is the market. I
Right.
took gains, so I can't complain about it, but I just didn't take all I could have. I left a few points on the table. Thanks, bro. That makes sense?
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to tell you about these patterns.
My biggest thing is just playing with the app to set the stops and all that stuff. It's trying to get familiar with NinjaTrader.
You can, so here's the thing, you can enter a trade and set an auto stop at the same time. Like enter a trade and then set an auto stop, set it where you want it to be, and set it and do what it's going to do. From a risk perspective, that's really simple, right? Understanding what that market going to do so that it doesn't fall all the time into that space is going to be important also. So you got to understand your patterns. And then the part that I'm trying to set is my strategies. Strategies are my 3-to-1s, 2-to-1, 1x, 2x, 3x. I'm doing that mentally or manually now. It's not automatic. Whereas there's a tool in TraderView that does that, and I want that.
Okay.
Now let me back up. You can set it in NinjaTrader, but you got to figure it out.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
you got
That's
to
what
go
I'm
through
do.
some stuff. I have yet to do
Figure
it
all
yet.
this stuff out. I'll figure all this
So
shit out.
who knows? Maybe I'll take some of this time that I have at night when I'm doing other stuff, to do what I'm supposed to be doing tonight. I'm trying to think. I did all my art stuff after lunch. I'm redesigning a lot of my stuff, all my logos and things.
You
And
ain't talking
then
about.
what else did I do? What else did I have to do tonight? I'm waiting on stuff from the church so I can get that paperwork done. So I can't do nothing with that until I get that. But then yeah, I might have time to mess with that tonight. I think I will. And what I'm gonna do is basically go into simulated trading and see if I can figure out how to set that up effectively. Not again, I might just be setting up a small account in TraderView, figuring it out until I get it solid over there, and then I'll just transfer everything from NinjaTrader over to TraderView if I can't get NinjaTrader to do what I want it to do. And NinjaTrader is not a bad platform. It's actually pretty decent. I just like some of the other tools that they have on the TraderView side of the house. Unless I figure it out. Because if I figure it out, then we Gucci. Then I ain't got to worry about the the Trader View tools because you just got to program it. Like some of the so when I was working off the web app,
Mm-hmm.
there were people that actually had mini programs basically that they created that you can just upload into Ninja Trader, and it created all those for you. It literally just created them all for you, so you can go in and adjust them as you want so that it fit what you did. I did like 3 or 4 of them, so I adjusted a few of them for long and short trades. And I was able to use them in Ninja Trader, and it was pretty cool. I liked the way it presented wins, gains, and how you were moving up the market. You see your money in real time, so it was actually kind of cool. I don't like always looking at the money, honestly. I like to look at the ticks. I'll see the money in the end. I just wanted to go where I wanted to go. Um, I don't I don't like looking at the money most of the time, but it's cool that even with the money, the place where you can see the money, the same little window, you can see your ticks. So when I'm looking to go so many points up, that's what I want to see. I don't like looking at the money. I swear I don't. I can't stand looking at the money. I'd rather look at the ticks. I don't want to look at the money. Give me the ticks and I'm happy. Let me be shocked about how much money I've made.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I look at the money, I get greedy. I like the ticks better. And I don't want to get greedy. I still want to keep all this in perspective. That's why I talk about ticks of points are, cost. As the value goes up or go down, that's a movement of a tick or a point. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at this demo, and it's crazy in Trader View. I want to learn. I just got to figure. I just got to sit down and figure it out in Ninja Trader. Once I figure it out, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy. They still got some stuff on the Trader View side that's like, man, it'd be nice if Ninja Trader had that. They don't. That sucks. They don't. Oh my god! Look at this consolidation. Why did I open this up? Perfect picture consolidation. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Come on, buddy. Checking app. Let's go there. Here, simulated. Start. See if I can show y'all what I was talking about. Simulated. This is in the ES. I'll show y'all the perfect picture of consolidation. Oh my god. And this is where people get in trouble. Like, you do not trade right here. Like, don't do it. You're gonna lose money. Right. So look at this right here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This right here. Let me blow this up so you can see it. What I got? NASDAQ happening over here. This is 1 minute, 5 minute. All right. Blow this up. So that place so you can set all that up right here, ATMs, right? You can set up your auto stops, take, the whole 9, all that right here. I just got to figure that out. I got to figure out how to set this up. Once I get that locked down, I'll try to find some videos or something, and then I can do that over here. I'll be good. But until then, yeah, I'm setting them up myself. So this right here is the perfect example when you don't trade. So when I was showing you how you can get in on a trade, like for me, I would have probably entered this trade probably right here. If I'm looking at this time slot right over here. As a matter of fact, this is where I made my money going down. So I made my money right here going down. Yep, I sure did. This is on the 5 minute. Let's go to 1 minute. All this is consolidation. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this movement here where I made my money. It came to this fair value gap. Let me get this out the way. I was doing something with this chart. It came to this fair value gap, and I thought it was going to go and eat this up, but it stopped right here and reversed. I was like, okay. So it came back. I had my trailing stop. It stopped about right here, I think. Oh, it's at 7. It stopped up here. So my trailing stopped it here. But I thought it was going to eat through this fair value gap, and it didn't. Usually it does. I don't understand. See how long it took to get from all. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Each one of these ticks is a minute. I was in this trade forever, bro. Forever. Forever. And it still pulled back a little bit. I thought it was going to go all the way down. All right. So this is the movement that you want, right? This kind of
Right.
up and down movement. This right here is consolidation. It's deciding on which direction it wants to go next. And then it went up. It came up here. It did some higher highs and some higher lows. It got to the top. It gave you indication that something was happening, right? You got 2 parallel candles. That's indication that something has happened, and it went into consolidation. Consolidation is literally the market going sideways. It's, the sellers and buyers trying to see who's going to take over. It went up slow again and back into consolidation. Although it went up slow, it went up a decent amount of points. So anything over 10 points, in my opinion, is decent. So this thing went up all the way up to, God, that's over almost 15 points, right? So that's good movement. That's money-making movement right there, in my opinion. This consolidation would have scared you because it set into this for probably about 10 minutes. That sucks to sit and go sideways for 10 minutes before it goes up again. I'd have pulled out of that in 5 minutes. Usually 5 minutes is the longest I'll sit in consolidation. I can't stand consolidation because you're trapped. You can't go nowhere. You're trapped. I just don't like it. But then this is what happens. It jumped into all of this. Look at all this consolidation. It's going sideways, just constantly going sideways. But this happens at the end of the market sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now. It could be the bombing. It could be something that Trump is doing that has us sitting here waiting to see. It's literally waiting for what's else going to happen. That's what's happening right there. Sometime late in the morning, it's going to start getting some activity and then want to position itself. So it's going to try to figure out where it wants to be before the start of the morning, the next day, before the market open. But you'll get these periods of consolidation, movement up and down. This is what I look for. I look for this. I look for sharp up movements because it tells me I'm going to get a sharp return. That's where you make money, on sharp up movements. They don't happen all the time, as you can see. So I'm trying to be more disciplined to that type of trading. Like here, you would have been pulling out of your head. These pullbacks are ridiculous. So if you'd have got on this trade right here, this cycle that went down, you think, okay, classic, candle pattern that showed me it's going down. This candle would have been like, okay, what's happening? It started going down. I'm good. And then it reversed and then shot up right here. Boom. That is this candle alone, 19 to 30. That's over 10 points. 11 points in one candle, right? It'd have cost you'd have been back where you started. Actually, you'd have lost your money. It'd have cost you out, right? Because especially if you thought it was going down, you'd have been cost out, right? But then when you see this activity that carries over the top here, all consolidation. People think that's real movement. This is a double top that tells you it's about to go back down. This downward movement, gangster. Absolutely gangster. But this is what I look for. Usually people will dive in on a reversal on this because you'll think that this will go right back up to here. But look what it did. It didn't go all the way up. What's the indicator for me? Halfway. If it goes past halfway, I think it'll go all the way up. But if it doesn't go past halfway, it's going to go in reverse and go right back down. It's patterns, man. That's all it is patterns. once you start seeing this stuff, you can't unsee it. Like the patterns are just
Yeah.
so, in my opinion, evident. And this right here, just classic stair step, higher highs, higher highs and higher lows. Classic pattern. It's just it steps all the way up. Boop, 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 boop. It just kept going. It just kept going. It's classic. The pullbacks is when people get nervous. That's the only thing that gets people is the pullbacks. Don't get nervous by the pullbacks. You got to stay with it until it comes back more than halfway. And usually, if you look at the line, it goes back to the last point of resistance.
Yep.
You got a double bottom here that tells you it's going back up. So it's all these little patterns that you can find, man. This right here is the start of the market. Usually this probably was Friday Friday. And then this is when the market kicked off on Sunday at 5 o'clock. You'll see this big old skip. So if you was in it, you just got out here, it closed on you at 6,900. You came back and you just instantly, it just start you 4 points up, like ridiculous. But yeah, man, it's just the patterns you see, bro. This right here, obnoxious. I can't stand. I would not trade in that. None of this. This right here, yes, because it's some real defined movement. It shows me it's going up. Even I'll be sketched about this because these are clean. Yeah, I'd have been in this. These are clean, higher highs and higher lows. When you pull back, it's hard to see. But when they start stacking on top of each other, I'll give you an example. Like this, stay out of that. When they are next to each other, you can't see any gap in between them. Stay out of this. This right here is going to frustrate you. This right here is better movement than this. This right here, this is frustrating. There's nothing about this I want to have any money involved in. All of this is just horrible. All of this, it's not doing anything. It's doing something, but very slowly, it just is frustrating. And again, this is like early morning, getting ready for the 8:30 open market. So it did this. It made its way up because it's trying to get to a certain point before 8:30. And then when it hit 8:30, look at it opened up and got crazy. I ran down, boom, ran up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Always look at the 5-minute chart to set up your trade, man. 5 minutes show you what the market is doing. It shows you that the big movement, it's a pullback. When you're in that 1 minute, man, it's too close. A lot of activity. You can hardly see what's happening. This is far more clear in the 5 minute than it is on the 1 minute. This movement right here, way clearer.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have got in on this sucker right here, though. It wasn't going to happen. Now I'll give you a reason why. On the 5 minute, this was this morning. So I set a perimeter around the 35-minute candle, right? So this is a 35-minute candle. And what I normally that's what this thing here is that I moved out the way. This is that zone. This is the forbidden zone. You don't do anything here because you're gonna lose money. It just don't work. Not all the time. Sometimes it does, but not all the time. Another thing I do is set up my set up the highs and lows for the previous day. That helps you understand where the market can be. So when you set up your previous highs from the high and low for the previous day, you just that's why I got all these lines and stuff. This marks up the what you call. I set up also how we started the market from this current day. So this was the high, and the low was right here, right? So this is a zone also. So I got 3 zones that I'm focused on. I got the high and low from yesterday. I got a high and low how this market started, and then I have the high and low for the 35-minute candle, which is the first 5-minute candle at the start of the market, right? It tells you a lot because a lot of times whatever happens in here is going to be frustrating. When it goes sideways here, all it's going to do is frustrate you. Usually what happens is if it gets out of here and based on the how the market started, if it goes up, and do not go into this zone in the middle and stay in it, it's going to keep going up. That's literally what happens. It just keeps going up most of the time. As you can see, it came down, it touched, and it just kept going up. It's like, I'm going to stay up here. Like, for real. You'll see that pattern over and over and over again. You can test it on previous markets. Just go back and look at it. You can go and look at that now. Mark it up, throw some lines. These fair value gaps makes things noisy. Let me take those off so we can. So take that off so we can see. But all these other lines are my lines, right? That I draw, or they're showing you highs and lows in boxes that I put. But when, these things help you see where the market is going. If it goes up here and stays above this line and don't go into here or don't go deep into this, it's going to keep going. But if it goes into this and then goes under it, it's going to come down, test, and keep going most of the time. It's just patterns, man. These patterns are just, it's just patterns. So I start my morning by marking it up. I go in here, I draw all my lines, I do all my boxes and zones and areas, and then once I get all that locked down, I'm ready to see what this thing is going to do. I'm waiting for my activity. And the problem that I have with not getting into this trade was that it was just pulling out of this zone. And I usually don't play with that because there's things that can happen. It can just pull back down to the earth. I could have jumped into it, but these candles would have had me nervous because they show very, very bearish patterns, right? And then it gives some bullish patterns, but this one is the first bearish pattern that actually something happens. Then you get a reversal and it goes down. But yeah, man. And this is the 5 minutes. So when you look at the 1 minute, it's way noisier. Way noisier. This is the 1 minute. Look at all the stuff that happens. Going working its way up here. Same candle structure, except off the different between the 5 and the 1 minute. And as opposed to what you saw that just looked like it just went straight up on the 5 minute, no, it actually dipped down, hit this, and bounced through this and came out. This stuff right here gets frustrating. There's times where I've seen this thing do that bounce back and just floating here. Come out, peek his head out, come back, floating here. Like, why is it in that zone? That's just a day you don't trade. You accept it. I'm not going to trade this day.
Yep.
And it's not that you're not going to make money. You're not going to lose money that day. What up, bro? You're another one, man. I cannot get on the phone. I'm gonna have to cut y'all off. I'm done with y'all, man. I'm calling y'all. Yeah, man. This dude, and I respect that he's busy. I get it. I know he's, this hardworking man. He got business and work, and I respect it. But, bro, really, you gotta call people back. I'm just saying. We share a family name. I don't even understand why you're not calling me back. You say the patterns will either create new or mirror. What do you mean by that? Mirror. Does that make sense to you, Show?
So I think what you mean by mirror is like if you flip it on the other side, it usually, if it goes up, it usually goes down.
Yes. I'm sorry. Soon you started talking, it hit me.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, that's true. So the mirror, it can do that the same way you see this going up. It can do the same thing going down. The patterns and the reason why I got into these futures was because I can make money going up or I can make money going down. So it can do the exact same thing on the reverse or mirrored. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, man. This right here, this is where people lose money because they think they can play this. It don't do what you think it's gonna do, and it hits your pocket, man. It will go in the other way every freaking time.
Oh my.
This dude said he mentally called me back in his head.
Dude, I know how that feels.
I know how that feels too. That's why I'm laughing. I've been there before. Oh my God, I've been there before. Hit me up, man. I still want to talk to you about the plans with the fundraiser that I'm working on. And then I did want to catch up, just kind of see where you were with how things are going. Catch up with you. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. That's what else did I want to show you? Oh, so if I can show you this. So this is the S&P 500. This is NASDAQ in the same vein. See, it's very similar. They say have the similar consolidations, kind of same dips and things that were happening, just a little bit different. But their points are different, man. And that same structure. Whereas I want to say consolidation, and well, we can just go and look. Consolidation and ES, man. Look, I'll be marking a chart up, bro. Oh, this is a day. I was trying to get the high and low from the day before. So if we can look at this, right? So this range kind of hits somewhere in between. I would say fairly in between 85 and 90. So we're looking at about 5 points, right? 5 to 6 point range that this is kind of bouncing in. But when we look at the NASDAQ is bouncing in between. This is 01 and 01 and 43, so or 44. So it's bouncing 40 points versus 5 points. This fool say flip. What? Show me how to flip 200.
200,000 real quick.
My car is coming up next week. Can't mess with you, man. You ain't got no sense, bro. I can show you how to flip it, but it's gonna take longer than a week. No, actually, you can do it faster than that, but you know it's a lot of risk, and the market got to give you what you need for it to work. It can happen. You just got to be on the right trade at the right time. You ain't gonna do it with this market. You got to have more than $20, bro. You had $1,000. You can get to that pretty nicely. It'll be realistic. But this again, this is the difference between 40 points and 5 points. Like it's the same. It looks like the same activity. Man, that NASDAQ is a beast. That NASDAQ is gonna show you something, man. It's gonna teach you something. And this is the Russell. Although the Russell looks similar, it doesn't always follow the same pattern.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the NASDAQ is computer technology, right?
NASDAQ? NASDAQ is also various commodities. I don't know what's all the parts of NASDAQ. I don't know. We can Google it, that's for sure. But I don't know.
I know like technologies and NASDAQ. So I think that's another reason I bounce like stuff.
There are some technologies in the ES as well, or the S&P. It's just not. I don't know what's all in it. I know it's 500 different pieces of commodity. And this is gold. Gold moves differently.
Right.
I can show y'all the trade that he took that I thought was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Where is it? Where's the time frame?
It's the electronic stock market.
It's right here. So is it this one? No, let's go into this gold. So this is it. So oh my God. So he saw this pattern. It fell. Oh my God, look at this. This is crazy. It fell in one candle, 74 to 23, almost 40 points, bro. Over 40 points. It fell 40 points. It came up and made a higher high, a higher low here, made a lower low here. But when it came up, he thought that the next movement was going to go back down to here, right? So he set his stop, like me, at these fair value gaps. He thinking it was going to run into these fair value gaps. Man, that sucker turned around right here. His stop loss was here. So he set his stop loss just above, I want to say this fair value gap, as I remember. bro, that thing went back up. It just took his money, man. I felt sorry for him. I know the feeling. I know it hurts when this stuff moves like that, and you don't expect it to go in that direction. But he was in the trade, and he trusted his trade. He stayed in it, and he knew his risk. The dude is used to making almost 300K a day when he do trade. So I'm thinking that 366 ain't nothing for him. That's a drop in the bucket. One day. Oh my God. I wish. But he's also the guy that took $2,000 and turned it into 11 million, I think it was, or was it 1.2 million on NASDAQ? He went and got NASDAQ tattooed on his arm. I'm serious. He did, man. That dude, he made his money from NASDAQ. I gotta find who he is so I can show y'all who I'm talking about. But so these are the guys that I usually trade, man. I trade ES, NASDAQ, and Russell. That's the three that I've been focused on. Every once in a while, like I said, I look at gold. There are some other commodities that I was kind of tinkering with. I was tinkering with crude oil a little bit. It just don't. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I was looking at the Dow also, but it moves funny, so I didn't want to mess with it. This is real good movement after this consolidation. This would have been a great entry point right here. It's perfect candle setup right here. I would have got in on this trade just above this this last bullish candle. So I'd have got in right here and then went up. I'd have got nervous when I saw these though.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
I got nervous. Back to back makes me nervous. One by itself, no, because it's the market saying it's like catching your breath to keep moving up, right? That's what this shows me. By itself, though, no. Two of them, ooh, stomach hurt. I don't know what's about to happen. But yeah, this is how many points was this? 41 to. Hey, that's for 45 points, bro. That'd have been a good day right there. That'd have been a really good day. A real good day. But oof. This is what swing traders look for. These opportunities. See this right here? This climb? This the kind of climb that can make somebody a millionaire. 6 figures minimum. You talking about going from was that 134 all the way up to this is why I stop right up here because it'd have been just too much sideways. 134 up to Jesus 762. That's over 650 points. Bruh, that's I don't know if I can stay in the trade that long yet.
I know, right? That's a commitment. But if you see it going up, it's hard to walk away from it. It's that drop in the middle that'll get you.
This one right here, this consolidation.
Yep.
I would have stayed in on this if I was playing a long game. Yeah, I'd have stayed in on this.
I think
Let me see when this happened. If I'd have got in on this trade, yeah, I'd have got out. No, because this
I got
at 2
out.
o'clock. Because I'm not at this point. I'm not in it for that long. But if I was a day trader, I'd have watched this through. I'd have watched this. My risk starts here and goes down to about right here, at least to here. So that tells me that I'd have been up here at this consolidation point when this pulled back. It'd have never touched me. It'd have never touched me. So I'd have been sitting right here waiting for the pullback. That pullback would have came close, and then would have kept going. I'd have been good. I'd have been really Gucci. I'd have set my next stop about right here at this consolidation point. When it got past this, up to here when it started consolidation, my stop would have been here. Yeah, bro. 650 points. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Even with one I don't know what Dow contracts are. How much are Dow contracts? I don't know. Let me see
So
how
you
much.
see your contracts at.
Huh?
So you see your contracts at.
What do you mean?
I said, where you see the price of the contracts at?
I don't. I can't see it in here. I can see it in my phone. I can't see it in here. I can see the price of Dow in my phone. I don't know where to see it in here. Maybe I should say that.
Got it.
I'm sure there's a place you can find it in there. I don't know where to find it. Because I'm usually on my phone when I'm exploring new markets.
Mm-hmm.
So I just find what I'm looking for right here in the phone. I can let you know though in just un momento, por favor.
Un momento, por favor.
So we're looking at the Dow, and it's a straight Dow, MYN Dow. I thought I had Dow in there. Currencies, indices, indexes. Where is the Dow? Where is the Dow? Right there. So E-mini is $5, but this is straight Dow. Where is the Dow? I was supposed to be looking at the DEX also. I haven't looked at the DEX. I need to look at that. Let's look at the Dow. So the Dow, straight Dow is I don't see it. That's the dollar. I'm not trying to see the dollar.
That's kind of the concept IS, but you can also do it in reverse too.
What's that? No. So when you're trading futures, it's almost like you're predicting the direction that it's going. So it's not a buy low, sell high.
No, not that. No,
It's not a buy
buy low,
low, sell
sell.
high concept. Your your goal is to predict the market based on patterns of what direction it's going to move. The contracts that you set is the amount of risk that you put on the table for that motion. Each one of those ticks is a multiplier for the price of your contract. It moves up 5 and you got a $50 contract. It turns that 50 into 250, right? um 10 ticks is 500 on a $50 contract. So when you multiply and start adding more contracts, and you got 2 contracts, and it moves 5 points, either direction, up or down. If depending on what direction you're predicting the market to go, um, um, it's gonna 2 contracts. That's 100 time multiplier time each tick, right? So 5 ticks, that's $500. 10 ticks, that's $1,000. And that can happen in minutes, sometimes a minute. As I showed you on
Mm-hmm.
one of these candles that moved 10 ticks in 1 minute. So very, very realistic, man. Very, very realistic. But no, man, it's not that's the other side of the market that I'm not playing with. I'm not a buy low, sell high guy. I'm trading futures, so I focus on contracts primarily. Track price. I'm searching now because I didn't see it in my phone either. I don't know why. Of course,
You
it's
can owe.
always when you really want to see something, you can't
You
find
can
it.
owe if you don't get out.
Huh?
I said you can owe if you don't get out.
No, it's just gonna take your money. You ain't gonna owe nobody nothing. It's gonna take what you had. And when it get to so it don't take everything. You have a threshold. So for example, um, how can I let me see if I can explain this. So when you're let's say all right, so if you're trading, let's say you're trading, let's say you got 5 grand in there, right? And you're trading 2 contracts. Let's say you're trading 4 contracts. Each one of those contracts has a minimum, right? You got to have at least to trade one contract. You got to have at least $500, right? to trade 2 contracts, you got to at least have $1,000, and so on and so forth. So let's say you're trading 4 contracts and you're losing, right? You walked away, you're not paying attention, and you're losing. You started off with $5,000. It's going to keep going down until it gets to $2,000, because you got 4 contracts in there. It's going to stop loss. It's going to stop you at that point because you don't have enough to move forward. You don't have enough to go deeper into the hole so that you can move forward. So it's going to cost you out and stop you at that point. But it's going to take that 3, and it's not going to allow you to stay in the trade. It sucks because it saves you from losing all your money. But what happens also, if it was about to reverse and go back up, you out of trade. You don't even benefit from the upward movement. So that's how that usually works. So you'll get cost out once you hit a certain limit, depending on what that limit is per contract that you're trading. So you don't lose everything, but you can get close. It'll feel like you lost everything.
So I think that's the benefit of Ninja Trader app, then, right?
What's that?
Do they cost you out?
Yeah, that is a benefit. I think that a lot of platforms in futures, they do that. So futures will cost you out because you got to have, God, what's the term that they use? You got to have, I'm looking. I'm sorry, man.
Because going to on the qualification parts for some of these things, they be asking how much you got, how much liquid collateral you got.
Yeah, that's just demographics. It has nothing to do with what you're going to be doing. Nothing at all. They're just trying to see what's your demographic. They're trying to paint a picture of everybody that come in and takes a trade. A new trader coming in. We got somebody else that fits within this demographic. African American. He makes about this money a year. He's a new trader. He has this much liquid cash. Yada yada yada. So it's demographics. It has nothing to do with what you're doing. So straight DAO. So no, this must be E-mini. So E-mini DAO is $5 a contract. $5 per contract for each multiplier. I don't know why I thought it was more. Let me see. So DAO, $5. Details. Yep, $5 per contract. E-mini DAO. So it's like a train, and the ticks are like stations. It's cost. It's literally cost. So imagine, and we can think about this from real life activity, is how the price of eggs went up. That's what this is. These numbers on the side over here, these numbers are the cost per stock, right? So every time this thing goes up, it's just changing the price of the stock. That's cost. If you look at gold, right? This is all just cost of gold. This is the change in price of gold as it goes up, the value of gold. So it's price, it's cost, right? Consolidation is them trying to decide on what direction they want to go from a price perspective, right? This is driving price up. This is driving price down. This is the cost of gold at any given time.
Yep.
So it's just price, man. Ticks are literally just $1. Each dollar, or sometimes not dollars, sometimes 25 cents at a time. Yep, but each one of these ticks moving up, like if you look at this right here, this is money going up, right? This is fluctuation in change, 10 cents right now. Fluctuation literally by dimes, up and down. So it's cost. This is a very interesting thing to get into, man. And again, you get good at this, it can yield you some good dough, man. for real. You can make some decent money out of this. Look at this. It dipped. It dipped out of consolidation. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it dipped out of consolidation. It made a low. That if I had to say what this was about to happen here, it's about to go up. It's gonna go make a higher high because it made this dip. And it's a strong reversal pattern. Very strong reversal pattern. There's two things that can happen. If it goes past this point, midway point, I think it's gonna keep going up. If it doesn't go past this midway point, it's gonna start going back down. It's just patterns. That's all it is. You learn the patterns, you can understand what the market is doing. I wish I could hit fast forward on this. This is the part where you wish you could hit fast forward.
Yeah, just to see what to do.
Yeah, man, because it's just sitting there, man. See how it's going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the market trying to decide which way it wants to go. Now, there's not a lot of activity. If you can look at this right here, this is literally how many contracts are being bid on and asked on at one given time, at any given time. It's not a lot. I'm so used to seeing this at 3 digits. This is just a smaller activity that happens. The good thing about futures is that you can trade them 24 hours a day, from Sunday evening all the way to Friday at the close of the market. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but you can. But it's slower outside of the normal market window. So outside of when the market is open, you can still trade and make money. It's just slower. It's not as much activity.
That's the torture.
Yeah, it could be. The discipline happens here. You don't do it. You just don't do it. At this time, this is how fast the Russell moves all the time. It moves this slow. This is how the Russell moves. How this thing is moving outside the market, this is what the Russell does. It just moves slow, man. It just moves slow. Turn my indicators back on. I want to see the fair value gap. Fair value gap, man, is a way you can see what's happening. You can see gaps in the market. Means that was a real fair value gap. Show you where there was aggressive movement in the market. Usually that aggressive movement get corrected. That means it's going to turn around, and I like to say it gobbles those fair value gaps up. Like this right here. If it goes down, I believe it's going to go down to touch both of these. If it goes down. It may not go down there now. Look, it's still trying to go up. Man, if I had to set a line, I'll set it about right here. It's going to be around here that it either turns around or keep going up. A little bit further up right here. Either it's going to go to that line, hit that line, come back down. It's going to either teeter on that line, come back down, or it's going to go through and go up. It's going to make a higher high. But it look like the buyers are trying to do something here. They got way more bids in. That green right there, that's the buyers. They're trying to push it up. They're trying to drive price up. So the red is the sellers. What they do is they bring the price down low. They try to manipulate. Look at that dip. Look at that dip. Sheesh. It made a gap. Look at that dip. Man, it might be going down, baby. Might be going down. But I think it's going to go to this. If it goes down, it's definitely going to hit these fair value gaps. It might go all the way back down to here. As a matter of fact, it could go all the way down to here, to be honest with you. That'd be a decent little scratch right there, boy. 39 from 85. Shh. Over 30 points. That'll be a good day. Just saying. A real good day. Man, what time is it? I need to get some food.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Guys, thank you for suffering through trading with me. This is unfortunately this is my brain, man. My brain be in this space most of the time. And if it's interesting to you, I'm glad that you enjoy at least checking it out. If there's anything that I can say that can help guide you guys down this path and understand what it looks like and understand what this fool say, man, I can't mess with you. Wait, I miss a bunch of them. Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Water Wealth.
You
Hold
said
on.
you borrow against that money.
Okay. He get it. All right. So, are you into crypto? So I got one coin that I held on to. That's the
You
only
said
thing
one coin.
yeah, I'm only dealing with one. Well, it's not one singular coin. I'm only
I
dealing
know.
with one coin. Make if that makes sense. I got a few of them, but I got more than a few. But I only have one. I don't trade crypto either because I don't like the way it moves. It's not fluid. So the market is crazy with crypto and it's usually driven by the bigger coins and I don't like that. It don't work well. Can you borrow against your balance so that it still make money? Yeah. So with your broker's account, once you, for example, like this let's say like with this account, it has 58K, right? You could take all of it, part of it. However, it's like let's say what's another broker's app that's out there? Robinhood, right? Robinhood gives you a debit card, so you can take money out of your account, move it into a separate space where you can use a debit card, right? You can have access though. This account links to my personal account, so I can move money at any time. At any time. Now, I don't think it happens instantly. I think it's usually like 2 or 3 work business days or something like that. But you can move money, absolutely. You don't have to. The money don't have to stay here. But when you do move it, it becomes taxable income. So it kind of behooves you to keep most of your money in that space because it's still working money. So you do have access to your money. It's not locked into this. Yeah, you can get it whenever you want to. Literally go in and just say, "Hey, I need to move such and such over to this account." You gotta. I linked my account already to fund this account. So yeah, it's in a good spot. Yeah, now it's going sideways. It dipped and came back up, going sideways. This thing is. It went up a little more. It got clock close to the line. But look, I'm telling y'all, man, when you see this stuff and it start making sense, it's gonna get scary. It's gonna get scary because you can almost predict and see what it's doing. It can work in your favor, but you can't control it. You just got to trust that what you're seeing is moving, is happening, so that you're not thinking you're God complex in this thing because it's gonna get you. But you're not really loan. It's this is if you have to think about what a broker's account. And I know you ain't talking about me loaning you no money, bro. So broker's account is just like a unique banking account. That's all it is. Other than the fact that you with this you don't have a debit card. Some of them accounts give you access to your money like that though. This doesn't. At least I don't think so. I haven't explored it to that degree. I know I can move money, but I haven't explored it to that degree. But this is you won't when you take out of this. This is not a loan. You taking your money. This is your money. You're not borrowing against money that you have access to. So this is not like a IRA. This ain't. It's not like that type of retirement money, a long term storage money. Mm-mm. This is not like T funds or none. Mm-mm. This is your money.
Right.
Soon, when you want it, you can have access to it, and it's yours. It's not a loan. You can pay it back, but it's not a loan. You're not required to pay it back. You can, again, if you let's say, like I say, if you have 5 grand in here and you want to move most of it out and just leave 1,000, you can do that. From my crypto. So Okay, yeah, you get it. Yeah, yeah. So, and again, it's let me think about that. So crypto and when I think about crypto, because I've never touched it like that. It's just doing this thing. Um, I didn't. I thought you can just draw from it. I didn't know it was almost like a loan, like you borrow it. I think it's smart to borrow against it because it puts you in a mindset of not throwing the money away. You're actually paying yourself back, so that's smart. But it's not a requirement with this account, with this type of broker's account, to loan against yourself like you would from any type of retirement account. You can just take your money. Like when I'm ready to move to a different brokerage, I'm just gonna make that money go from here to the other one. Same process. Either it's gonna, and I don't want it to land in my account. I'd rather it go directly from this one to that one because I don't want IRS thinking I got a big chunk of money into my account. But they're gonna hit you. I don't know if y'all know, but they track. I think every $500 now. Is it less? $200. They can see when that money moves in and out. IRS is watching, baby. Yeah, it's trying to go. It looked like it's trying to make a double bottom and then go down. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, man. It's again, just gotta stay. Are you trying to hold my money, man? I don't know. You end up with new Lambos, and I don't even know about it. Like I don't know about all that, man. I'm trying to get me a Lambo. Come on, man. Yeah, it's pretty snazzy, man. Most of the stuff, talking about this, they say the best way to learn is to teach. Um, so when I'm able to talk about this, it makes this stuff stick for me. So I really enjoy talking about it, and it allowed me to exercise some of the to see what I know, what I remembered, um, and the things that I can recall that I need to know when I'm doing this stuff, man. Because there's a lot that you could hold on to and learn and use. You don't need it all though. You really don't, man. When you focus on the simple patterns, you good. You can use cheat codes, man. Where they those I got a mat that shows all these different patterns, trading patterns that you can look for. They help you when it comes to direction. But in the end, a reversal is a reversal is a reversal. Like you got to watch for the right pattern for when it's about to reverse. It happens. Where it comes into play is like when you're seeing like they got patterns called a head and shoulders. You got a double bottom, got a double top. They got a couple of other names for all these different patterns that happens. Um, but when you see those patterns, then you can anticipate what's going to happen in the end. Although it is not a science, it's an art. Those patterns are relevant and they show themselves over and over again most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time. I say most of the time that because if you follow the patterns, most of the time you'll be successful most of the time. Man, how's that beautiful little girl, man? I'm gonna have to steal her from you, that Meech. She beautiful, man. I'm gonna have to steal her from you. At least a weekend, then I'm gonna bring her back. I got my own little monster over here that she'll probably take her and make her hers. That's her baby. JD is so sweet. I really want, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna probably end up doing. I'm gonna go and get me something to eat, and I'm gonna come back and watch this doggone pattern explode and whatever it's doing. It's going down right now. And look like it's trying to make a double bottom. It's at a consolidation point where it's still trying to move down. I want to see where this thing goes. I'm just curious. I'm not trading tonight. I'm just studying. That's a discipline that's important. You gotta study
Mhm.
this stuff without actually spending money. If I was to play, I'll play with the fake money. That's the only way I'll do this. But the goal is to watch this thing and see what it does, because these are patterns that you need to see over and over again, so that when you do see them, you know what to expect. At least you have a greater understanding about what could happen. She's beautiful, man. Just saying, she's a beautiful little girl. All right, man. Look, I need to go get something to eat. What time is it? God dog it. See, when I start talking about this stuff, I get into it, man. I didn't realize we've been on for almost 3.5 hours.
Yeah, let me get back. I gotta get some to eat too.
God, this is crazy. Listen, man, we talk about some fun. We got some stuff that's happening out there, bro. We looking at these cars. We talk about these cars at Grand Sport. Go watch that video, that show drop, talking about that Grand Sport. It's coming. I've been saying it. He ain't believe me. He ain't believe me. It's coming. It's coming with a 405, baby. It's coming. And just like these cars, man, we always talk about something that allow us to make money so that we can acquire more. Trading is one of those things that can help get you to a place greater than where you were yesterday. Again, I need to find. Before I get off, 'cause I want to show y'all who this dude is, who I'm talking about. So I got to find him real quickly, and then I'm gonna get off. But this cat, man, when I say, um, 23 years old, bro, 23 years old, and you know he, he shrugged off $366,000. Like, bad day. Wait, what? 300 and say, what? What do you mean bad day? I'm sick. Whoa, I'm throwing up at that amount. I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog because of that. Like, for real. His name is, where my man at, man? They got another guy, Chris Sane is another dude that's he got some decent content as well. Um, where's my guy, man? Trading by Psy. Trades by Psy is his name. Trades by Psy. I'll link the video in the chat just so y'all can see um this video, man, and how he shrugged off uh and that energy that, and I shouldn't you this because again, it's about the mental. This dude is 23 years old. Y'all need to understand this. He is 23. I don't think he's 23 yet. He's about to be 23. He's about to be 23. So don't think that, is you too young or too late to get in this. Anybody can do this. Um and he's so straightforward. Like the video that he dropped today uh is F your excuses and start working. That's what he says. That's the name of this video. But you see him in the street, you probably wouldn't think that he does what he does. You think he a thug. He doesn't look that part. Don't judge a book by its cover. The man is rich, millionaire, killing the game. 23 years old. Doesn't make blows my mind every time I think about it. And he gives it away. So he's planning a tour where he's going out there and he's every place where he goes and do a seminar, what he does, always free. Every place he goes. And it's always free. He did it first time last year. This year is going to be the one where he plans things out. Everyone will be free. You will not pay for his content, for his information. That's kind of fire. That's the one that in my head, I mean, I think that how we all should be when it comes to stuff. He's not a gatekeeper. Remember, there's no oversaturation in trading, right? Everybody can get at this and make it or not make it. And all he's doing is trying to show people how to get to where he's at. Absolutely nuts. But look, man, I'm about to jump off here. This dude is not average at all. And remember, guys, just like him, man, you're designed from greatness. Because you were designed for greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never be average. Don't be average. Yeah. Shout out to all my veterans, man. Active duty, retired, reserve, separated, and transition. Always remember freedom ain't free. Yeah. Y'all be good, man. Peace.
Peace.